Good afternoon and welcome to another season of University of Pittsburgh men's hockey. Mother Nature may say it's still summer with an 81-degree Saturday afternoon, but Father Time says it's hockey season, so we are here inside the Alpha Ice Complex. Andrew Rial, please be joined by Noah Dan. Noah, how are you?
I'm doing really good, and speaking of doing good, this Pitt team came out hot to start the season last night in West Virginia, beating the Mountaineers 10-3.
Yeah, in the backyard brawl on ice, Pitt scored a touchdown and a field goal with two hat-tricks by Santino Moltari and Anthony Sueck. A great start for the Pitt Panthers. They look to get back to the ACHA tournament and bring home the hardware. More on the 2024-2025 Pitt Panthers. Let's send it down to our Ice Love reporter, Audrey Ferguson.
Good afternoon, Panther fans. Thanks, Noah and Andrew. I'm Audrey Ferguson, and I'm excited to be the sideline reporter for the game today. Today's matchup is the Battle of the Burgh, with the Pitt Panthers facing the Duquesne Dukes. Last season, Pitt crushed Duquesne with a score of 8-2, but it seems like the Dukes are back for revenge. Speaking of last season, before graduating, J.C. Bell was the leading scorer for the Panthers, so it'll be interesting to see who fills his shoes or skates this season. Another important player from last year was goalie Grant Lacey, who had one of the top 5 save percentages in the conference. Both Pitt and Duquesne practice at this rink, so there's a sense of friendly competition to see who will, as they're fighting for bragging rights this evening. Let's see who will reign victorious. Just keep watching. I'll send it back to the desk with Andrew and Noah.
Thank you for that, Audrey. Let's look at some players to watch first of the visiting Duquesne Dukes. Up first is forward Max Medallo. Last year, he had 27 points, 11 goals, 16 assists while playing in 27 games. Also, as a player to watch is number 25, Alex Golden. He had 28 points, 12 goals, 16 assists. Both players are part of Duquesne's step-up offensively. They need that as both their leading scorers are no longer on the team from last year looking to this year. But Noah, Pitt has a lot of offense returning. But a new leadership. Let's take a look at the home team's players to watch.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a whole new leadership for this Panthers team. So for our players to watch, we're going to really focus in on that leadership core. Starting off, we have assistant captain and forward Eddie Pezzo. Last year, he was one of the top point getters for this team, looking to really take a step up, but not only on the ice, be a leader off the ice and really take that locker room into his hands. And then we have new captain and defenseman Brady Rotolo. Not really a guy that you'll see on the point sheet, but you'll really see him in the locker room, that leader, that furious leader, as the team described to us. They're really looking to take a step up and hopefully get some hardware for this season.
Yeah, you mentioned what the team told us. We got to meet with some of the players on Tuesday, and the message we got from them is high expectations and a very deep roster. I'm excited to see them on the ice in just a few minutes.
Yeah, really high expectations, really hoping to do everything. And they're playing this Pittsburgh offense, this nitty-gritty, get in your face, kind of shove the puck down your throat, do what you can to score offense. And they're really hoping to take this Pittsburgh team into whatever they can do and see what they can do in the future.
Yeah, I'm excited, but it begins right here. Game 1 against the team you share a rink with. We spoke to the players. They mentioned they like the healthy competition. They need to play Duquesne. Ironically, on September 13th, they played each other this day last year and won 8-2. They would love that result to happen. But it's just a healthy competition is really the emphasis, getting to play their non-conference rivals before they begin in a brand new conference.
Yeah, like you just said, brand new conference. They are moving into the ACC conference this year in the ACHA and really hoping to take this team to the next level and hoping to do whatever they can do.
Yeah, and again, it starts right here. Send the message early. Players talked a lot about Stu Rowland. He wants a national championship. One of the best coaches in the ACHA, a long stalwart. Conrad White and his Duquesne Dukes want to set the message early. Player wants to get back to the ACHA tournament he got to experience as a member of the Duquesne Dukes.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Stu. Stu's been here forever. He has been really taking the team under his wing, trying to take them to the next level. They've made the tournament a couple years, not really been able to do much after that, but have made the tournament, hoping this year this is their breakout year, try to see what they can do and really move forward.
Yeah, Duquesne wants to get to the tournament. Pitt wants to go back to the tournament. We see the officials setting up on the ice, so that means players are going to come out in just a few moments. About 2 minutes until puck drop here. One more thing is, you mentioned the new leadership. There's a lot of leaders without letters on this Pitt team. That was another message it was relayed to us on Tuesday. So I expect that dressing room for Pitt be vocal, have some competition, also a lot of camaraderie as well. Everyone respects each other, and everyone expects a lot out of each other.
Yeah, a lot of these upperclassmen here today are really taking a step up and really going to be the leaders in the locker room. Yeah, we just have 3 people with letters, but half of the roster is this nitty-gritty speak. And when they're speaking, they're going to be listened to by the entire roster. And we saw that last night with the leadership, which is a bunch of different people scoring. We had 2 people get hat tricks, but the rest of the goals were just the rest of the team. It's a really deep roster, and they're really hoping to take this depth and really transform it into the leadership and take it into the locker room. We saw the 10-3 win against West Virginia last night. And, of course, the Pitt Panthers football team is playing West Virginia here in about an hour. And we will keep you updated for those scores, so you won't even have to tune away from us.
No, you will not. Looks like we are about a minute away. We will stay here right for the national anthem. Andrew Bial, Noah Dan, and you are watching Pitt Hockey presented by the Pittsburgh Broadcasting Club.
I am Noah, and I'm the president of Broadcasting Club at Pitt.
My name is Nico, and I am the vice president of Broadcast Club.
My name is Natalie, and I'm the business manager for the Broadcasting Club.
My name's Farron, and I'm the social chair of the Broadcasting Club.
Hi, I'm Maxine, and I'm on-air coordinator for the Broadcast Club.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and I'm the technical logistics chair this year.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and I am co-recruitment chair.
My name is Jade, and I am the co-recruitment chair.
Broadcast Club is a place where people with an interest in broadcasting can come together and film and live stream various clubs on campus, such as club hockey games, PDM, as well as all the other clubs on campus that are able to be broadcasted. And it's a great way to get experience both in front of and behind the camera for everyone who's interested.
So I joined Broadcast Club because I was really looking to get more broadcasting and on-air experience. I really only had radio experience at the time when I was a sophomore, so that was really important to me.
I joined Broadcast Club to learn more about the field. I was really interested in broadcasting and news, and I found the club really exciting, so I joined.
When I toured Pitt my senior year of high school, I got to see a Pitt to the Point episode, and I actually got to talk to the former president and vice president, and they kind of talked about their club and their plans for it. So I made sure to look out for it at the involvement fair when I got here my freshman year, and I've been doing it ever since.
So it's a funny story. I was actually in the bathroom of an Eaton Park, and that is where I met the president and vice president of the club, and they told me I should join, and here I am, and it's awesome.
I joined the Broadcast Club because it was my junior year, and I had never been part of a club, and I wanted to do something that I was interested in, and it was taking my classes, and I wanted to experience doing that kind of work, but not in a classroom setting.
I joined Broadcast Club because it's something
to begin here at the Alpha Ice Complex, the de facto Subway Series of the Battle of the Bird, as both these teams share the Alpha Ice Complex. In football, Pittsburgh already thrashed Duquesne by a score 61-8. I'm sure hockey would love that result.
That'd be insane. If we can get that much goal scoring, I don't know if our graphics team is going to be able to keep up with that.
Well, that's why we call it the first game, but I don't think 61 goals is on the docket for Pittsburgh. But looking at who's in their starting lineup, the players we talked about in the pregame who got hat tricks are in there. So taking a look at that starting five for the Pitt Panthers, You got Santino Moltari, Anthony Suek, and Audie Ashley, as well as team captain Brady Rotolo and Andreas Foran at defense. While for the Duquesne Dukes, you got Max Nadalo, Ethan George, and Dominic Lombardo on offense. While on defense, Tristan Lloyd and Finn Moss. Both sides banging on the benches. Official blows his whistle, and we are off with the 2025-2026 campaign as Rotolo D-to-D's it to his teammate. And that's sent up into Duquesne's end. Banked on the board, scooped up by Foran. He rips that around, and that's going to be taken up on the left side. Whacked in behind the net by Moltari, battling on the left-handed corners. Sorry, trying to scoop this up, but that's on its way back. A good hold by Rotolo, a setup and a rebound, and they score! Santino Moltari makes it 1-0 Pitt. Talk about a start.
Yeah, what a crazy start to this game and a crazy start for the season for Moltari. That's 4 goals in just over an hour. We're not even a minute into this game. Has 4 goals from last night and tonight. The hat trick last night, go tonight. He's just off to an insane start to the season.
Yeah, that is 4 goals in 60 minutes and 26 seconds. The Twitch celebration. It's all about the setup of that goal, Noah. That was amazing stuff. You had the missed pass, the shot, the rebound, the pass, and the goal. Ultimately, and a nice shot by Moltari as that puck is sent back behind Pitt's net. Duquesne out to try and get that goal back as they're battling on the right side as that's sent around and to be picked up by number 41 for the Pitt Panthers. That is Alex Peluso. That's wrapped around. This will be scooped up on the right side again, going left to right here in this first period. 19 minutes and 8 seconds left. 52 seconds as Pitt breaks out of their own end, tries to send this into Duquesne's end, but it's a neutral zone play, sends that the other way. A nice grab, but a nicer grab by Alex Gold to try and get something going, but Pitt's able to regroup quickly. And now here comes Hodges with a head of steam with a shot and a save. And the scoop by Nick Gadney, the starting goalie for the Duquesne Dukes. He didn't pass his first test, but passed his second test.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of speed out of this Pitt offense and defense so far to start this game. And they're looking to be even faster without one of their star forwards, Maverick Krupe. He's injured for this game. So they're trying to see who's going to take that step up, be that offensive player that this team needs.
Pitt changed their lines. I'll inform you on who's on that ice, but that's picked off the board, set in the Pitt's end. Be picked up and taken around by Pitt's defense. Now on the boards, that's number 18, sending that around, and now it's going to be picked up and sent back in by Thomas Leroy. 18 minutes and 29 seconds, been a very fast, high-action 90 seconds. Tommy Leroy picks that puck up, backhands that one up the glass, now on the left-handed boards. Another board battle. That's going to be picked up. A shot and a save by Dadonay. A nice glove stop by number 31.
Yeah, nice glove save. We're seeing a lot of Pitt offense here, keeping it in the offensive zone, not really allowing Duquesne to get more than that one chance they had so far. This Pitt team is just really trying to get in there and get those goals like they were last night.
Yeah, that was Cam Kiste taking a shot for Pitt. Pitt's offense and defense really exploding so far. That's wrapped around. With 18 minutes and 9 seconds left, shot total is 4-0 Pitt, and the score total is 1-0 Pitt as well. High face, 2 minutes. Another shot from the points that was looped up and caught by Dadonay. So Dadonay with the flyouts.
Yeah, he's really liking using that glove. Even when the shot is on his blocker side, he's still using the glove to get that save and get the puck to get a stoppage here. Oh, players are lined up in the wrong face-off dot and have to go to the other side.
After the face-off, wrapped around, and this will be picked up by number 6. Now Tristan Lloyd has it. Feeds that one to his teammates, but ultimately intercepted by Andreas Foran. Wraps back around. We have some physical play early. You mentioned that blue-collar style these Pittsburgh Panthers really spoke about on Tuesday, wanting to play that Pittsburgh style of hockey as Pitt tries to play with it in their own end and get it out of the zone. Spent a lot of time in their own and trying to set something up while Duquesne got their first shot, and now number 11's going to fire this one up and out of the zone. Icing arm is up, and icing will be called.
Yeah, so far Duquesne only with that one shot on goal and a nice save by Sam Coppola. He's really going to see what he can do. Not playing last night, but getting the nod tonight.
Yeah, on the ice for the Pitt Panthers right now, you got Audie Ashley, Santino Moltari, and Anthony Sue at that first line back out there for the Panthers. On defense, you got Peluso and Foran. A little mix and Sorry, Bobko, number 43. I thought I saw just the 4. But nevertheless, Duquesne breaks out the head of steam. A 2-on-2, a shot, and a glove save.
Yeah, Coppola saw, I see what you're doing with your glove. I'll just catch the puck with my glove. Both of these goalies flashing the leather quick tonight. Only 1 goal so far in this game off of 6 shots total. So we'll see if we'll keep the low scoring or if we'll end up going high scoring.
Shot off the faceoff with a save by Coppola. Sam Coppola, returner from last year's squad. But he's going to have a lot of really big shoes to fill because Pitt's starting goalie last year was top 5 in save percentage in the ESCHL. A new goalie, a new conference for these Panthers, a shot and a save. Now do the offense.
Yeah, Pitt is going to use mostly 2 goalies this season. We have Sam Coppola and then Joe Amberfini, who started last night. They're going to kind of share the net, going back and forth, and see who's going to get the nod when they go later in the season.
Taking the faceoff for the Pitt Panthers is Josh Ripp. He wins the faceoff, and it's picked up by Tiste. He sends that one off the glass and out. And that's going to be picked up by Pinders. He has a 2-on-1 opportunity. A nice defensive stop by Lloyd, a shot and a save. It's a physical play after that. As that sent up back to the points. Tiste with the puck again. He goes D to D. Now a pass to the middle, but quickly broken up. Hazel Chunk get a shot off. Shots now 5-3 with 16:24 left. Sent back up to the points. A shot that goes to the left side, picked up by Pezo. Pezo under some physical pressure by Lloyd. Physicality starting to heat up here. Shot still 5-3, 16 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first period. No, what are you thinking about this physicality so far?
Yeah, we're seeing both teams be physical. We talked about Pitt having that physical game, what they want to have that Pittsburgh offense. Duquesne, also that Pittsburgh team is going to have that Pittsburgh offense. So we're seeing a really physical, but also a really fast game from both teams so far.
Picked up again by Tiste. He quickly lost the puck, and on the jailbreak, Duquesne now has a 2-on-1. Entering the blue line with a shot. The rebound is left open. The backhand, they score.
Duquesne just able to get that rebound off of Coppola and just put it in the back of the net as Coppola was just not able to get in position to make that save.
Yeah, Luke Larvich with the goal. That's an amazing setup. Killian Flock and Luke Larvich forcing the jailbreak and ultimately tying this game up at 1.
Yeah, when you're giving up a 2-on-1 like the Pitt defense just did, it's really hard to stop it, especially when your goalie has to make a diving save and then try to get back in position. Coppola just not able to get back in position quick enough to make a save on that goal.
After the face-off tie-up that sent it into Pitt's end, Pitt's going to really have to get out quicker as this is the very fast, very physical Duquesne Dukes. And Duquesne has brought the heat since going down 1-0 on that first shift. And that's going to be a nice pickup by Coppola, scooping that puck, preventing any Duquesne rush. And now Duquesne is out shooting Pitt 6-5.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Duquesne leading in any stats so far as they're out shooting Pitt now. Both goalies only letting up 1 goal, but we're seeing a lot more offense right now from Duquesne than we were seeing at the start of the game.
Yeah, we got Nolan O'Toole and number 28 taking the faceoff for the Duquesne Dukes. That's sent around now on the right side. Hit off the post. It's going to be picked up and sent around by Pitt's defense. Trying to get this puck out of the zone. They're able to get it into Duquesne's end as that went off some stick. And now Foran has the puck. He tries to turn. We picked up and sent the other way. A 1-on-3 opportunity. A shot to go into the other side. And that stopped on the top left. Sent back around by Lawrence, who scored the first goal for the Duquesne Dukes. And that's covered up.
We're seeing both teams full change right now. And so it'll be interesting to see who's going to get the freshest legs and who's going to be the fastest off of this faceoff.
Cyrus Keelan, excuse me, I was just saying the wrong number, but nevertheless, Cyrus Keelan was taking those faceoffs, but 13-8 Norma took that faceoff. Puck now on the right side. Trying to get played around with Daniel Troll being hit in. A lot of hits still from Duquesne. Now with a shot from a bad angle. Pitt has to get it out quickly here. Another shot, this time from John Lutek. That's trying to get sent out of the zone. Now number 41 has it, Peluso. You hear this, both benches going wild. It's picked up by 14 for Duquesne. He wraps it around. Off the glass, that's out. Past Bobko. He picked up by Quinton Schaefer. He's trying to look up and see what he has. Goes with a stretch pass. Ultimately, that couldn't have been caught cleanly. That's sent out of the zone again. 13 minutes and 58 seconds left. Shots 8-5 Duquesne. Audie Ashley has it. He sends that back and sends it up quickly to Bobto. Bobto taken down quickly. Duquesne's bench going crazy.
Lots of big hits here. The benches are really liking it. They're really loud. But on the bench is loud. You can't really see, but on this side, lots of fans, and they're definitely loud for this Battle of the Berg.
A soft shot and a save by Coppola. 13 minutes and 30 seconds left. Pitt has not a shot on goal in about 3 minutes as they try and break this puck out while the shots are now 9-5 Duquesne. As Audie Ashley skates into Duquesne's end. He shoots and a save by Dadney. So that shot number 6 for the Pitt Panthers. Ashley has the puck again, trying to make that move, but ultimately couldn't get much on that shot.
We have a delayed penalty here, it looks like, or maybe it's icing. Definitely icing. We're not, no delayed penalty there. Sorry. I thought we were going to get a holding penalty. Nothing there.
So 13 minutes and 12 seconds left. Shots now 7-9. Stu Rollins is going to have to try and wake this offense up. Only 2 shots on goal in the last 5 or 6 minutes as Duquesne now has 9 shots on goal, out shooting Pitt. After a face-off tie punch set into the right corner. Try a shot by Paisley, but it's blocked by Duquesne.
Good keep in there.
That's a nice keep in. Kitsay still trying to hit that puck in. They are battling right on the corner. Ultimately, that's going to be picked up by Golden. He turns. Another hit. As a quick Duquesne line change. Topolo wraps that puck around.
Okay, Duquesne
Now
was
on the right
looking
side,
for a
a
penalty
slapper
there.
goes blocked and behind the net. Another shot goes wide onto the right side. Slap shot again as that couldn't go. 12:35 here in the first period. Shots are 9-7 Duquesne. Score is 1-0 Pitt.
1-1.
Oh, 1-1, excuse me. All knotted up here.
Yeah, let's hope that Pitt didn't use all of their offense last night and get some points on the board here. Good job saying on sides there.
Yeah, that was Rojoko taking that puck in. That was number 19, Brady Rotol, the team captain. Play that puck now scooped up with 12 minutes and 7 seconds left.
Yeah, net gets us lodged there, so refs are going to have to put that back in place. But a good cover by Gagne getting the puck as Pitt's trying to get that offense in, trying to start throwing pucks on net like Duquesne was doing as we get an offensive zone draw for Pitt.
Cyrus Thielen taking the draw for the Panthers. Their face-off tie-up. Duquesne's going to break this puck out. Duquesne's playing really good off the face-offs. Potential 3-on-3 sent Ari as Duquesne chose to dump that puck in. A shot from the points is tapped down, ultimately goes wide into the left corner. Ojelto backhands that around, picked up by Rotolo. Rotolo trying to get that puck out of the jam, but ultimately a puck battle sent that puck into the net. And a bad soft pass gives Duquesne that puck right back. And another wide opportunity brings the puck to the wide side, and that's backhanded around. Picked up by Rotolo. Brady Rotolo wearing the bubble cage, as that is broken out by Pitt with 11 minutes and 29 seconds left. Duquesne not letting the Panthers get away with anything. Duquesne responding with muscle. Both sides playing that Pittsburgh style. A lot of physicality, a lot of speed. It's a much even draw than what last year's matchup was. In that game, Pitt scored 8 unanswered goals, 3 in the first, 4 in the second. Duquesne is really matching them up with the speed and the physicality.
Big hip chat along the boards.
And that was a huge on the boards hit. Referees letting the boys play as that putt is on the left side with 10 minutes and 55 seconds left. Nearly halfway done. Score all not but 1. Shots now 9-8 Duquesne. The Dukes trying to break this puck out. It's ultimately sent along the boards, but Bonko is right there on the point to hold in for Pitt. Offense trying to set something up. They go all the way up to Beluso, who was just offsides.
Yeah, just offsides there. Pitt's finally starting to get back in that fast offense like they had last night and last season. Let's see if they can keep that going. Duquesne really bringing that physicality. Both teams are definitely playing that Pittsburgh hard-nosed, knock the guys around offense and defense. Let's see who's going to break through first.
10 minutes and 35 seconds left, nearly halfway through this period. As Santino Moltaro battle for puck. Hopefully send up the Golden for Duquesne. That's held in by Pitt. Now in the neutral zone. Audie Ashley has the puck. He's trying to stay backward into his own end, but he was hit by Duquesne. A lot of physicality, especially on that left side, as Cam Kitsay now battling for the puck. Audie Ashley joined the fray. States that out, feeds it to his teammates, and States that one up into Duquesne's end. We are just about halfway done here. Score All 9 but 1 with a shot and a blocked shot. It was an amazing blocked shot by Jared Smith of Duquesne.
Yeah, we had a puck go out of bounds here. We got a great view up here. Puck almost hit us, actually. But let's see what Audrey has down by the ice. What do you got there, Audrey?
Noah and Andrew, from the start of the game, it has been fast, fast, fast. We're seeing a lot of peppering. We're seeing a lot of aggression out there. And the first goal was scored in the first 30 seconds from Santino Maltari, who also scored 3 goals in the game yesterday. We're seeing a lot of aggression. We're seeing a lot of speed. And let's keep up that pace.
He turns. Duquesne changing. Pitt trying to gain some speed in the zone as Peluso has it. A pass and a goal! Josh Ripp with the goal, and Pitt has the lead.
Yeah, Josh Ripp is a guy that the leadership of this team is projecting to be one of the top goal scorers, getting on the board just over halfway through this period. And so let's see how far they can go.
Just talk about positioning by Josh Ripp, exactly where you want it to be. Get that goal and that pass.
Yeah, he was perfectly set up there by his line mates, just able to knock that puck in. Just a really good goal and really good for this offense to finally get that lead back as shots are tied 9-9. As I believe we have an issue with the clock right now. Refs are trying to get that all sorted out.
Yeah, the clock currently says 90.2. That is not mathematically correct.
Yeah, clock, I believe it kept running after that goal, so they're going to try to see how much time they should put back on the clock to see when that goal was scored and so we can get this clock back to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but good to see Pitt's offense starting to match with Duquesne. Stu Rowland making some good adjustments during that first period, getting them back after Duquesne started burning the body.
Yeah, we were just over halfway through this period. They put 9:02 back on the clock, so just over that halfway mark. And let's see which offense can take that next step forward and get that next big goal.
Maltari gives it to Ashley right at the base of Ashley, trying to get around, trying to make them move. Pass, trying to get sent up, now forward with the shot, and it goes wide. Goalie out of the net for Duquesne. He is back, skated out of the zone. Madala with the head of steam with a shot from long distance. That goes wide. Now on the right side with 8:41. Shots now 10-9 Pitt. Pitt back ahead in the shot. So send up to the points with a shot. And they score! A tip in by Duquesne, and we are all knotted up at 2.
Yeah, Liam B really putting that hand-eye coordination to use as he's just able to get a tip for that goal.
Yeah, and that was 28 seconds after Pitt made it 2. Duquesne is not letting Pitt have any breathing room.
Yeah, we're really seeing scores tied, shots are tied. Duquesne is really matching this Pitt offense in a way that they really have not in years past. Pitt typically outshoots and outscores this Duquesne offense so much, but this year it's a pretty close game.
So looks like I heard 5-on-4 from the ref. So
yeah, it looks like Duquesne gets a penalty there. I believe one of the players, while celebrating, hit one of the Pitt players. So he's sending to the Bucks. Looks like a roughing penalty after the play. 2-minute power play for the Pitt Panthers.
Well, for the Pitt Panthers, power play is one area they need to improve upon. A 17.6 power play percentage last year. That was 6th in the ESCHL. Audie Ashley has the puck staying around. 10 seconds done by on this power play. Backhanded into Duquesne's end. Chasing was Stewart, but Duquesne has a nice job on icing that all the way down. Coppola picks the puck up with 1:40 left on the power play. We haven't seen much so far in these 25 seconds on the man advantage from Pitt as Peluso skates the puck in. He stops. Pitt trying to get set up in the offensive zone. Peluso still has it with a shot and a save by Denny. Puck still loose. And after the pushing, still more pushing. We know this is a physical group.
Yeah, this is a very physical game. As we mentioned before, this is both of their teams' home ice, so both know the thing and both want to show this home crowd for at least the Panthers, but we do have a lot of Duquesne fans here. What it means to defend this Alpha Ice Complex ice.
The defend that ice. They must. On the ice for the power play, you got Anthony Sueck, Audie Ashley, Daniel Troll. At the points, you got Edward Pezzo and Matthew Peluso. So 4 forwards, 1 D for the Pitt Panthers. 7:50 left in the first period. They're moving around, trying to get the lead. Had a nice opening on the left side of the net, but ultimately nothing came of it. A board battle. Pezzo trying to get that puck. But ultimately Duquesne has that. It's Tristan Lloyd trying to get that in. A nice teep in by Peluso. Fed it to Pezzo.
1 minute left on the power play here.
58 seconds left. 5-on-4. Score on but 2. A shot by Troll. That was saved by Gagne and hit up on the upper netting.
Yeah, stick saved by Gagne. Shot so hard that it actually knocked the stick out of Gagne's hand. So if that puck would have stayed in play, would have been a really great opportunity for the Pitt Panthers offense to use the fact that their goalie does not have the stick to their advantage.
Yeah, it looks like some changes, some new, as Brady Rotolo steps out along with Matthew Bobto. So 2 defenders out there for the Pitt Panthers right now. Bobto has the puck. 40 seconds left on the power play. Now on the left side is the puck with Rick. Sends that with a pass up to Rotolo, and he scores! Brady Rotolo on the power play gives Pitt the lead.
Oh, captain, my captain. What a shot by Brady Rotolo to get that puck in. I'm not sure if it got deflected, but it was definitely a shot by Brady Rotolo. And what a goal on this power play. They kill it all. The Panthers get a goal. They're out shooting the Duquesne Dukes 14-10 now.
Yeah, on a power play where they didn't really get much going, the unlikeliest of heroes makes it 3. Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Looks like it was maybe touched with a high stick.
Yeah, I didn't really see what the ref signaled there, but no goal on that. Pitt Panthers still in the power play.
So for those who don't know, the ACHA does not have a situation room in Toronto, so we only go by what our 2 eyes can tell us. Power play still on, though, but hopefully the power play no goal can inspire Pitt, as that hit looks like it inspired Duquesne. 20 seconds to work with Rotolo back behind the net, trying to set up one last rush for this Pitt offense. He dishes to Moltari, who enters the offensive zone, drops it back for Piedrazik. Piedrazik, with 5 seconds left, tried to stay in himself, couldn't do that. Now Rotolo has the puck. He shoots, deflected, puck still loose, and now covered by Dad. And it was a nice dive by Rip to try and rip the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, both teams are now even. Duquesne killed off that penalty, even though it seemed like Brady Rotolo got that goal. It was called back. Both teams back to 5-on-5. Pitt is tied with Duquesne 2-2, but they're out shooting them 15-10.
So first power play of the season, what was your impressions of it?
We saw some good shots on net. Brady Rotolo with a big rip from the point. Let's hope that they can keep it going and hopefully later in this game get another power play opportunity and get a goal that will stand.
Again, you wouldn't think so with the offense. Pitt did have the 6th best power play in the ESCHL, and that was a 7-team lead. So that's something they have to improve upon. As Keeling drops it back for Kissay, who skates it out of the zone and into Duquesne's. Now Tristan Lloyd feeds that to his teammates. That's quickly sent out, and a big hit. 6 minutes left in the period. Shots 15-10. Score all knotted up at 2. It was 3-2 for about 5 seconds before it was blown down on the high stick. Now Cyrus Keeling trying to break up the breakout. But Duquesne has that puck going up. And now a 2-on-2 opportunity as Duquesne was calling a change. A shot and a save, puck loose. Huge stop by Dadney on the 2-on-1. 5 minutes and 37 seconds left. Oh my God, no. That was the best stop we've seen today from Dadney.
That was a great save. Didn't even realize that he saved the puck. Thought the puck was in the back of the net. Turned around. Turns out it was actually in front of him. So he made the save. Didn't realize he made it. Oh, almost had a nice breakaway chance for the Pitt Panthers.
Peluso trying to push that puck forwards, but now Duquesne has it. And they make a no-look pass to Larvich, who stays in with a shot. And that's up and out of here with 5 minutes and 9 seconds left. A much-needed breather for both these squads, as once that puck is dropped, they don't stop moving.
Yeah, Pitt is playing a not-so-typical, really fast offense here, while Duquesne is really using that physicality to their advantage, catching Pitt off guard, not using their speed, but using their physicality to keep this game tied at 2.
Got Santino Moltari, Josh Jacobs taking the face-off. That's sent up and out of the zone. Looks like it was intended for Duquesne's point, but they couldn't handle that puck. They go D to D, but couldn't handle that one either. This gives Pitt a potential chance to adjust. A nice hold in by Rotolo. The offside is waved off, but Duquesne's able to get this quickly out of the zone. Trabi passed up, but ultimately Suet sent that right to a Duquesne Duke. 4:48 left in the period. Santino Moltari is trying to chase as Duquesne stops short behind their own net. Looks like Gagne and Moltari exchange a push and a shove. That's skated out, dumped in to Pitt's end. Matthew Bobko has someone chasing him, but he sends that up to Ashley. Audie Ashley trying to feed that to Moltari, but ultimately sent back into Pitt's end where the team captain Brady Rotolo has it. He tried to pass that one right in the middle, but ultimately a Duquesne Duke was right there to stop it. One place you never want to pass the puck. Ripped in to the left side. Bobko slow miss at that one. Count 0-1 on him. As a 4:07, Luke Larvich sends it up to the points. They rip a shot, ultimately saved by Koppel, his 11th save of the afternoon. Sent behind the net and ultimately passed right to Josh Ripp, who gives that puck to Audie Ashley, who's staying with the head of steam. Gives that one to Suet. Passes back to Ashley and a near turnover. They try to pass that one up. Now back to Duquesne, and a no-look pass to Luke Larvich ends with that puck behind him, so it gives Pitt time to adjust, Duquesne time to change with 3:35 left in this period.
Yeah, since that goal that was caught off for the Pitt Panthers, it has been all Duquesne, except for right now. Let's see what they can do.
With the puck. He shoots, and it goes wide. Duquesne with a 2-on-2 opportunity now. They enter the zone. A nice step up by Pitt's defense. 3:15 left in this period. 17-11 on our shot total. Score is still not out of a 2. This has been a terrific first period in the home opener and first game for the Duquesne Dukes.
For the majority of the second half of this period, the puck has been in the Pitt zone, and this Duquesne offense is really showing what they can do, just not able to get shots and not able to get goals past Sam Coppola.
Slapped but wide as Kiste wraps that puck around. 2:45 left. Shots now 17-12 in favor of Pitt. Cyrus Teeling setting this one up. He's also wearing the bubble cage. He has some time, but not enough time as he has to dump that puck in. He is still chasing. A nice dump and chase execution by the Pitt Panthers, but ultimately Duquesne's breaking this one out. And that is sent in by number 27. That was Thomas Torrey. This Torrey was number 28 on Duquesne's roster, but wearing 27 today. 2:12 left in the period. Peluso feeds to his teammate. Dump in, and on the dump in shot, a save by Gagnon.
Yeah, we're seeing both these goalies playing really well. Apart from those two early goals for both teams, both these goalies able to make the shots and not allowing a lot of rebounds. Every time there's a shot, apart from just a couple of times, we're seeing the goalies be able to capture the puck, get a stoppage, and reset for both teams.
125 seconds left in the first period. Score all knotted up at 2. Foran wraps that around. Picked up by Troll. Daniel Troll, born in Prague, previously played his juniors for the New Hampshire Avalanche in the Eastern Hockey League. That is skated out by Duquesne. A nice body by Quinton Schaefer to try and prevent that rush, but ultimately another one occurred. Pitt was able to break this one up. 100 seconds left in the first period. Just like every other second, high-paced, high-action. A swing and a miss on the fan opportunity, now sent out. And Quinton Schaefer nearly had all the time to himself, but couldn't catch that pass cleanly. Now trying to make a last-second move is Pitt. Ultimately, Gagne covers with 1:22 left.
Yeah, we're really seeing these refs let both these teams play out. We had a bunch of people on the Pitt bench here screaming, hold, 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 with the refs just letting them play, which, as a fan of someone from both these teams in Pittsburgh, you got to love being able to watch these teams play and let the physicality shine for both ends.
Yeah, gotta love the physicality, and this is so far just all-around great match. I'm glad we chose this one as our first game to do.
Yeah, first game of the season for it being at home, we had to broadcast it. It's the Battle of the Burg. It's both these teams with long pedigrees in the city of Pittsburgh, both playing on their home ice. It's just a great game. Lots of fans here, and it's just a great environment here at the Alpha Ice Complex.
Good crowd, but we're right in the stands, and right in front of us is a good amount of fans from both sides across the pond on those bleachers by the penalty box. A lot of fans as well, but 60 seconds left. Puck on the left side of Pitt's end. It's like a tie-up by the corners. Duquesne breaks free, trying to send this one up the middle. But ultimately, Pitt able to break down that Santina Moltari. He passes it to Ashley. Ashley tries to pass it back to Moltari. He shoots, and it's saved by Dadney. Couldn't get the follow-up either. Duquesne trying to break this puck up. It's still in the zone. A nice stop by Suet to keep that in Duquesne's end with 34 seconds left. Now a chance for Suet, but ultimately couldn't keep control of the puck. Dumped into Pitt's end. Matthew Bobno to pick this one up. 20 seconds left on the clock. A stretch pass to Suet. Ashley trying to find Moltari, but ultimately sends that puck to the left corner. Feeds it up to the points with a shot, and it goes wide. And that's covered by Dadney with 10.6 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Pitt with some massive offense here at the end of this period, hoping that they can either get a goal here or use this momentum to continue into the next period as during the waning minutes of this first period of action.
Yeah, shots now 20-12. Last year, Pitt had 74 shots on net against his Duquesne team. That's really the one thing about this match that has stayed the same. Pitt getting a lot of shots.
Yeah, Pitt loves getting that puck in net, hoping to get one of these through, and we'll see if we'll get another one here, either at the end of this period or start of the second.
Well, Noah Dadney has looked really good with 5 seconds left in this be one last chance to Duquesne. They dump the puck in, no icing, so the period will end right now.
Yeah, what a great period.
And no, the period's not over yet, according to some Duquesne Dukes, who just delivered a post-whistle hit on Andreas Forand. Officials quick to break this one up. We'll see if the boys in stripes decide to tack down a penalty to Duquesne.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see what happens here at the start of the second period, as we'll be back after this quick break to talk more about this first period.
The unique perspectives and backgrounds that we bring to the university are what make it special. Each of us is unique and different, and we have to affirm those differences. We have to support those differences and invest in our community so that they feel like this is a place that they're valued, and more importantly, a place that they can thrive. And so no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, we want you to feel like you're a part of the University of Pittsburgh. We are a community of learners that makes a difference, that grows knowledge, and more importantly, changes the world.
Welcome back. I'm here with Maverick Krupe, the assistant captain, who sadly had to sit out this game due to an injury from yesterday. Maverick, how do you think the Panthers are doing on the ice right now?
I think they're playing really well. They just got to keep their head, keep the momentum going. The refs aren't really calling anything. They got to match the physicality that Duquesne's bringing right now and hit them back twice as hard and just keep playing their game and sticking to our system.
Is there anything specific that you think that they could be working on a little more?
Probably just matching the physicality. You know, I think it's a big part, not buying into the stuff behind the play and after the whistle that Duquesne's trying to suck us into. And once they, do that and they move past that and they play the right way and they don't, get sucked into stuff like that, I think that we'll find more success.
Duquesne is really bringing the heat this game. Were you expecting them to come out this strong?
Yeah, I mean, this game's like their Stanley Cup. It's a city battle, and we always look forward to this game. That's why it's always at the beginning of the season, and I know they do too. So we knew that they were going to come out flying, and we're ready for it, and I'm really confident in our guys to get the job done here.
Thank you so much. I'll send it back to the table with Andrew and Noah.
Interview, Audrey. Andrew Bial, Noah Dan back with you in this intermission. Well, Noah, 6 months of no hockey. It felt like they're right back where they just left off.
Yeah, both of these teams have not missed a step. Obviously, Pitt has the experience last night. This is the first game of the season for Duquesne, but neither team is looking rusty at all, as we were seeing both these offenses play hard and both teams being that nitty-gritty team.
Yeah, well, the first period demonstrated one of the basic laws of physics. When there's an action, there's a response. Pitt would score, Duquesne would immediately score again, but Pitt got the ball rolling with a beautiful goal by Santino Moltari, scoring 4 goals in 80 minutes.
Yeah, that's just an insane way to start the season. And he's coming off of a season where last year he was Mavericks line mate. This year having a line of his own, and he's really starring on that personal experience, getting those setups and getting those goals.
Yeah, and the second goal for Pitt was from Josh Ripp. That was a great defensive setup, getting that puck all the way into the corner, and Josh Ripp able to skate right through Duquesne's defense to be in the right place at the right time to get 2-1 Pitt.
Yeah, Ripp was at the right place at the right time, but then we also saw for that first goal for Duquesne, they were in the right place, right time. Getting that rebound and able to put it in the back of the net is just a huge way to start off the season for the Duquesne scoring.
Yeah, and team captain Brady Rotolo, we thought had a power play goal. It was ruled a high stick, unfortunately, but I didn't. Brady Rotolo is a guy, tremendous player, but it would have been the unlikely hero on that power play.
Yeah, only had 7 points total last season, but he is that locker room leader, and that's why he was named captain. Like I mentioned earlier, not going to show up on the stat sheet a lot, almost did today, but it's going to be that guy in the locker room that when he's talking, everyone is going to stop what they're doing, going to listen to him, and just take his words. And right now, I am sure he's pumping up his voice.
Yeah, what do you think his message is in the locker room? What do you think Coach Rolnick's message is right now?
I'm definitely thinking that both these guys are saying we're going to play this physical team, and both teams are trying to play physical. Who's going to out-physical the other team? Right now, Pitt is trying to use that speed to their advantage, but Duquesne is just laying the body, not letting that speed of Pitt get into the offensive zone.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Conrad White is very happy with his players right now, especially happy with the physicality. I will be curious if there is penalty by Duquesne because of how that first period ended with the late hit on forehand. But that's for us to see. But one thing we haven't talked about yet was Noah Dadine and Sam Coppola. 32 combined shots between these two teams have stopped all but 2.
Yeah, I mean, both these goalies standing on their head, and it's something that we saw a lot last year for this Pitt Panthers team, with Grant Lindsay being one of the best goalies in the league. And the team is just kind of continuing to hope that the goalie has kind of worn off, because both Ambroffi and Coppola, who's starting tonight, kind of sat behind Grant Lindsay and was able to learn from him. So both of these teams trying to take this goalie situation and take it to the next level and really hope that everyone stops almost every shot on goal and see who's going to crack first.
Yeah, and one other thing I noticed from Pitt in that first period was I felt they were trying to do a bit too much with the puck. There's a lot of trying to make that extra pass when you really could have just got away with a nice chip or something simple, and Duquesne was able to feed right into it. I feel like they got to simplify the offense a bit in the second period.
Yeah, I think Pitt is definitely right now playing out of their scheme a little bit, because Duquesne is playing that more defensive, hard-nosed kind of thing. So Pitt is trying to get that offensive going in a way that they're not typically going to do, and it's working a little bit for them as the score is tied. They're getting the shots on goal, but not really getting that last opportunity that they need to get the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, well, we mentioned what happened last year. This is completely different from last year. Pitt won the first year by score 3-1 on their way to score 8 unanswered goals, including 4 in the second. But I'm glad we got this result. It's a great hockey game, and I'm sure the second period will be even better than the first.
Yeah, great first period. We're hoping to have a really good second period here in about 9 minutes, and we'll return in just a few moments to talk more about this Pitt team and Duquesne game.
The unique perspectives and backgrounds that we bring to the university are what make it special. Each of us is unique and different, and we have to affirm those differences. We have to support those differences and invest in our community so that they feel like this is a place that they're valued, and more importantly, a place that they can thrive. And so no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, we want you to feel like you're a part of the University of Pittsburgh. We are a community of learners that makes a difference, that grows knowledge, and more importantly, changes the world.
My dad played hockey growing up. He coached at a very high level for a long time. So I got into the game pretty young, skating for quite longer than I can even remember. I didn't start playing ice hockey until I was about 7 or 8, and my dad, who had coached for high level for a long time, he coached me growing up, and I think that gave me a nice advantage when it came to developing skills early. I played AAA hockey for my junior and senior year of high school, and then I played junior hockey for a year, so I took a gap year before coming to Pitt, and that was an amazing opportunity and something I would never change. And then after all that, I got in contact with our coach here, head coach Stu Rolnick. He helped me get to where I am today. So I think it's been a long time coming. Growing up, I saw my dad went to Pitt, and he played and coached here as well. So I think it's almost like a full circle thing for me to have him as a coach growing up to playing where he was coaching during his career. So yeah, like I said, it's been pretty full circle. It's pretty awesome. I don't know. It's definitely a privilege to be able to have played so many games here under a pretty great program and a great place. I wouldn't have been able to do it without, the coaching staff, the guys around me, the guys who I came in with and graduated with, and then definitely my family, mom, dad, sister. They play a big role, and they got me to where I am, and they got me able to, play 100 games here, which is pretty cool. Something pretty cool to do. I think coming in, at a young age, and you see guys that are about to graduate, and you see how they're putting themselves together, not only as players, but as men, as college graduates, and you see what they're building themselves up to, and you kind of see yourself progress through your first years here to, where I am today. And I think that you have the guys who graduated before you to thank for helping mold who I am and, help me to grow as a person, not only as a person, but as a student, as an individual. I think that they pass that job along to us, to help the guys that come in now and the guys that, we get to see grow and change and become better men and, more well-rounded people. I think being a captain is more than just, saying the right things when things need to be said. I think a lot of it goes with the younger guys looking up, and you want to set a good example, not only on the ice, but off the ice. I think, sometimes your play can mean more than words or just how you carry yourself. You have to watch how you react, especially on the ice. You don't want to, be the first one to start something when it shouldn't, or, you want to be able to respond to situations responsibly. And I think being a good role model for young guys is by far the most important part of, getting the recognition and having a letter. But like I said, it goes without saying that we have way more leaders on this team than just the guys who are wearing something on their chest. I think it is a leadership group of 30 guys, and just the guy next to you can be an inspiration to you. And I think there's guys on the team now that I still learn from, the guys that just got here whose perspective have helped change mine and can help me to change the perspective of somebody else. So yeah, I think being a captain here has been very, very important to me as a person, because it helped me not only, influence others, but help others, be able to influence me. Our program in general, I think, is getting an unbelievable amount of traction. When I first started here, we were playing in a different league against just local schools such as Robert Morris, Mercyhurst, and now we're much more well known on a national scale in this league. We've really made a name for ourselves over the past couple years, and I'm definitely very happy with the mark that I'm going to leave on this program, and I can't wait to see what it's going to turn into.
Yeah, hi, I'm Brady Rotolo. I'm a senior defenseman on the University of Pittsburgh men's ice hockey team. I think for me, I think the biggest thing is going to be stepping into my role as captain this year. Obviously, I was assistant captain last year. I think now, with the help I have from Maverick Ruby and Eddie Pezzo as my assistant captains, stepping into that's going to be a big challenge for me, but I'm ready to take it. And I think the entire team, losing, I believe, the 5 seniors we had last year, obviously is going to be tough. You're not going to fill their roles, but we're excited for the 13 new guys we had to, give it their best shot. And I think that they're already doing so well in practice and, pre-game stuff and meetings and all that stuff that we're super, super excited to see where that takes them. It's been crazy. I can speak for it myself just because I've gotten the first hand of meeting all 13 and getting to meet everyone and personalities and hearing about their family and where they're coming from and all that stuff. But it's been really fun, really exciting. We've had a blast, but we've also been working really hard behind closed doors, and it's been very rewarding. And I hope to see that reward pay off on Friday and Saturday. I'm excited to see what this group can do on and off the ice. I know that we're already close, but obviously when you're winning and having fun, it's a great combo. So I think that in one word, winning is what I'm looking for. OU, Ohio University, is always on our list. I like to play anyone that's in that top 20 ranking. I like to play everyone every night, but I think when those games are on your schedule, you always circle them a little bit more, and you grip the stick a little bit more tight. It means a little bit more. I like to keep loose before a game. I don't like to get too tight. Listen to some music. I'll vary from time to time. I think the most weird thing I do is basically just stretch the same before every game, but I'm not one of those guys that they can't touch their sticks before they go out or anything like that. Pretty normal, pretty bland, but keep it simple, I guess.
Welcome back for the start of the second period. Andrew Bialik and Noah Dan. Officials are out on the ice. A fresh sheet of ice after the two sides really battled during the first period. There's about 53 seconds left on the clock. What both sides really, when Pitt took one step forward, Duquesne would push them right back and vice versa. No, is that how you saw things?
Yeah, it's a very back and forth game. Both of these offenses are not letting the other have the chance. And so it's a really good opportunity to try to get that breakout goal. We'll see the next goal of this game is going to be a big one, as it's been so back and forth that momentum is something that hasn't been able to be gained. And Pitt ended that last period on a really good offensive zone play, and so they're going to kind of keep that momentum going and see what happens in this rest of this period. As there's about 15 seconds to go before we start period number 2.
Yeah, we shall see. I'm sure Coach Conrad White was very happy with his team. What do you think Coach Rolnick was like in the locker room?
I think he was definitely liking the speed of this Panther offense. I think they don't typically do in a normal game. We're trying to outwork and just run past this Dukes defense, as it seems like we are getting a penalty for Duquesne to start this period. So the Pitt Panthers will start off on a power play for the first 2 minutes of this second period.
That is Dominic Lombardo wearing number 4. He will sit in the penalty box. Pitt is 0 for 1 on their first power play. Let's see who the 5 they send out with. Duquesne on the penalty kill last season at a 68.7%. That was the worst in the CHMA.
Yeah, hoping that both these teams who have struggled on the special teams, hoping to see one of them break through. And Duquesne's looking for a big kill, and Pitt is looking for a big power play goal that they were denied earlier in the first period.
All righty, we got Rip taking the face-off. On the tie-up, Multari trying to get that puck back. That's sent up to Duquesne's defense, who quickly dumped the puck back into Pitt's end. Rotolo picks that puck up. We got Rotolo, Forant, Multari, Rip, and a nice pass to Pijans. He was sitting right on the blue line. A shot and a save. A follow-up chance, and they score! Andreas Forant with the goal. 22 seconds in.
Yeah, it seems like the goalies down on that end of the net are just not able to get that rebound, and that's the second goal we've seen off of rebound as the Pitt Panthers finally get that power play goal that they were looking for early in the period.
Yeah, I just love that breakout. As I was introducing who's who, you had Pijans standing right on the blue line, completely unguarded by Duquesne. Pitt was able to capitalize on that opportunity and ultimately turn it into a lead-giving breakout. Just excellent stuff from the Panthers to start things off. But it's not about how you start here, it's how you end the game. And Duquesne clawed right back every time Pitt took the lead. Now another chance as Cyrus Teeling had the punt right after the faceoff. Now on the left side of Duquesne's, and Duquesne defending the right side while Pitt defending the left side in the second period as the side switched. Picked up by Peluso. Wraps that around. And that's sent all the way up and out. A 2-on-1 chance. Now a 2-on-2. That's sent to Teeling right on the faceoff dots. Backhanded up. Trying to get this out is Duquesne. 19:07 left. Shots now 22-12 in favor of the Pitt Panthers. With a nice shot by Foran to get himself his first goal of the season. Last year, Andreas Foran only scored 1 goal at 5 assists and 6 points. He previously played for the New Jersey Titans. And now a chance for Duquesne. A nice defensive stop by Matthew Bacco. And now Peluso picks that up on the left side, faints it off the boards. That's sent out of the zone. Duquesne's going to have to regroup here. And onto the late offsides, coming at them with a head of steam was number 14 for the Duquesne Dukes. Soft shot and a save by Koppel. He had 10 saves in the first period, now with 11 in the game. Another battle on the left side. Coming out of the battle, Peluso has the puck, backhands that one up to Ashley, who drops back to Bobko. Sends that to the middle to Moltari. Made a nice move to get around one Duquesne dude, but trying to get around the other, and now a follow-up chance. No goal as it went wide. Audie Ashley talked about the hustle, going to a broken play and keeping it alive. A lot of noise, a lot of physicality, just like we saw in the first period. We saw a big hit, now penalty coming up for Pitt. Coming out of his net is Dadney, but a man is down for the Duquesne Dukes.
Yeah, big physical play there against the boards. We might get a penalty here for boarding. I could not see what the ref just singled for, but this is not looking good for this Duquesne player who is still down on the ice. I am yet to see him move.
Yeah, that's Sawyer Smith, number 27 for the Pitt Panthers, going into the penalty box.
This is not something that you want to see in this game. We're having the medics come onto the ice to see who is down and what is wrong.
Yeah, so we see both refs and one linesman discussing things. Do you think this should go from a 2 to a 5, or?
There's a chance here. I'm not sure what the severity of this injury is. We're still seeing the player down.
Yeah.
So it's a very scary sight to see in the first game for the season for the Duquesne Dukes.
Yeah. 2 minutes are on the clock. Obviously, the health and safety of the down player is most important. We'll save the commentary later. Let's just make sure this guy's okay.
Yeah, it was definitely a scary scene. He's still down on the ice. It was a massive hit along the boards, and we can only hope that this player is okay.
It's JT Gary who is down. They just turned him around. He's on his back. Now he's on his front.
We're going to let this breathe here as we're going to go to a quick commercial break to see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, hi, I'm Brady Rotolo. I'm a senior defenseman on the university.
Well, good news for everyone. JT Dowry was able to get up on his own. He was escorted off the rink by the Alpha Ice Complex training staff. But some bad news for Pitt. Sawyer Smith given a 5 in a game. So a huge power play opportunity coming up for Duquesne.
Yeah, let's see what Duquesne can do on their first power play opportunity. But it's just a great sight to see the Duquesne player able to skate on his own over to the bench as we'll get this 5-minute power play underway for the Duquesne Dukes.
Yeah, Turkevold taking the face-off. Serving the 5-minute penalty is number 9 for the Pitt Panthers, Ty Sarakowski. So on the ice for Duquesne, it looks like you got Joseph Turkevold, Alex Golden, Killian Flock, and number 3, Griffin Lewis as the forward. So with 4 forwards, give the puck to the defenseman on the ice, who dumps that puck into the left corner. Power play starting off fast, still in Pitt's end, trying to skate that puck around was Lewis. Now a pass was broken up. Some good defense by the penalty-killing Panthers. And a big hit coming up. No penalty as Pitt goes D to D. A nice icing, a very good kill to start things off on these first 30 seconds, but if we know Duquesne, they're not going to stop. They're going to be playing very aggressive over these next 4 minutes and 22 seconds. There's a step up by Bobko on the back end, delays the entrance. But now the entrance happens in a more favorable spot for Pitt as that's ripped out again, but right off of Jason Tucker's skate. And that's broken out, sent in, and now into Duquesne's end. So a good start defensively by Pitt on this penalty kill.
Yeah, killing the penalty off so far pretty good. 1 minute in to the PK, hoping to get anything. Duquesne not really able to get any offense going so far on their first power play of the game.
That was Tristan Lloyd trying to save this puck up. Now Turkevold has, he drops this one back. Slapped out of the zone. Beautiful penalty kill by Pitt. They stepped up nicely. They didn't risk anything. They just played good old penalty killing hockey, and 90 seconds gone by, score is still 3-2 Pitt. Shots are 22-14 Pitt, but Duquesne coming out of the zone with some steam. That's Matt Sandalo with the puck. He shoots it so hard, the puck is off it. The net is off its moorings.
Yeah, big say. Oh, we got some extracurriculars. Massive extracurriculars here.
Yeah, that's Matt Sandalo and number 2 for Pitt going at it. Cam Kiste for the Panthers. Rest quickly broke this one up, and you don't expect anything less from these two teams. Sharon Arena, Share City. A 1-goal game, and this has been a very tightly contested, very physical game.
Yeah, the rivalry runs deep here in the Battle of the Berg.
So still 5-on-4, nothing added. I did see Dom Lombardo talking to the officials. Nothing comes out of that. Taking the face-off is Daniel Troll for Pitt. He won the face-off against Matt Sandalo. Now staying the puck in is Finn Moss. Moss is ahead of steam. He is checked by Kiste, but Moss gets out unscathed with 16 minutes left in the period. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left on the penalty to Smith. Serving the penalty is Ty Sarakowski. We just heard some cheering from the Pitt bench. They are really happy with how this penalty deal has gone so far. And that's a big hit by the captain. But now a chance for Duquesne. Lombardo's shot goes to the right side. It was a nice save by Topol for shot number 16.
The captain laying the body right in front of his bench, really setting a note to this Duquesne and this Pitt bench that they mean physicality.
Skated out by Flock. Yes, that is team trying to get around Rodolphe. He falls. The backhand opportunity is saved. The follow-up, and they score.
Big goal there by Duquesne on the rebound. Power play goal just halfway through the power play.
Excellent first half by Pitt on the penalty kill, but ultimately a quick lapse, and Joseph Turkevold finds an opportunity.
Yeah, that's the first opportunity on the power play for the Duquesne Dukes, and they capitalize on it. Halfway through the power play, players still in the box as it was a 5-minute.
So because this is a major penalty, and the rest we're talking, but nothing comes of that. Turkevold with the goal, all not up at 3. So that was, I want to say, about 4 minutes response time. So Pitt able to hold its lead for a bit longer than in the first here, but nevertheless, Duquesne still has a chance to take it 4-3 as they have the net advantage for another 2 minutes and 23 seconds. 15 minutes and 10 seconds left in this second period. A nice pass up to try and get this puck into and keep it deep in Duquesne's end. Fed up to Turkevold. He's staying again, trying to enter Pitts, and he shoots, and a save by Coppola. Turkevold wraps that around softly to be picked up by number 11 for Duquesne. Sent up to Turkevold. Sorry, a second. The name's not confused my mind as Duquesne has the puck again. Sent to Jason Tucker. He's going to skate this around his net. A minute 40 left. Last 100 seconds. As Jason Tucker lost control of the puck, but ultimately that puck is in Pitt's end now as Tucker has it. Trying to get this around the net with some good defensive work by Peluso. And now Bobko has it. He drives one out of the end. A nice driver by Bobko. A nice Happy Gilmore swing to it to try and kill these last 80 seconds.
Apart from that one goal that Pitt has let up on this penalty kill, they have done a really good job killing it off. Puck is just constantly getting thrown back and forth, and time is draining off as there's only 1 minute left on this power play.
Not over yet as that pass to Madal was tipped in the Pitt's end. Madal has that puck again. He's looking for an opening. He has passes on the points, but instead drops back. So puck now at the points to Lloyd, who goes D to D. A shot and a save by Coppola. A key save with 49 seconds left.
Massive save by Coppola there. Hard shot of the defenseman for Duquesne. Coppola able to scoop it up and get a stoppage here as 49 seconds left in the power play and 13:37 left in this second period.
Yeah, some great stuff. Players really impressed me on this penalty kill is Jason Kavala. Really everywhere. Has had a lot of good breakouts, able to skate that puck into Duquesne's end and really able to extend the time spent in Duquesne's zone with 40 seconds left. 13 minutes and 27 seconds left in the period. Shots 22-19 in favor of the Pitt Panthers. So Pitt without a shot on this 5-minute penalty, but Duquesne has had 5, and one of them has gone in the back of the net. 13-16 left. Score all now to a 3. 27 seconds left. Now Devault has the puck. He shoots, and a save by Gagne.
Puck went right off the mask of Gagne. He's a little shaken up, making sure his straps on his mask are still good, but a massive save by Gagne as refs are getting the puck out of him. Both of these goalies playing very good. Shots 23-19 in favor of Pitt, but the score is tied at 3 apiece.
21 seconds left. Moltari is taking the face-up for the Pitt Panthers. He wins the face-up, battle to the points, past the forehand, who takes it out the zones. Probably just a way to kill time. A C turns, but Duquesne has some pressure. A quick pass to Ashley, lost control. He's on the pressure again. Backhands it back, but a terrible turnover as now Duquesne has a chance. A shot and a save by Coppola. A much-needed save. That was a careless mistake at the blue line. I get the idea of sitting back to kill time, but you got to be smart with how you handle the puck.
Yeah, got to be smart with how you handle the puck on a penalty kill. And I have some good news for everyone. As JT Gary, the player for Duquesne who was down, is now back on the ice, so he is good and ready to go.
That's just a sight you love to see. 5 seconds left after the faceoff, a quick tie-up. Now a chance for Duquesne. A wraparound shot goes out of the zone and out of the box is Sarakowski. A perfect opportunity for him to go off and change. But he could have had a break if he was just about a millisecond away. Now another chance for Duquesne is broken up. Duquesne trying to pick a nice jailbreak and send this into Duquesne's end with 12 and a half minutes left. Shots 23-20 in favor of the Pitt Panthers. Score all knotted up at 3 as we are back to 5-on-5.
Still without lots of physicality for both of these teams. Just seeing who can get that first goal and really break away. We have not seen more than a 1-goal lead from either team so far. So whoever can get that 2-goal lead is really going to start to break away from their opponents.
Yeah, and I didn't want to say anything while it was going on, but just to realize what they had to do, 5 minutes is 2.5 minor penalty kills. So they, in theory, they went 2 for 3, on the 5-minute penalty if you're going to look at it in terms of 2.5 minor penalties. But nevertheless, with 12 minutes left, a breakout by Duquesne is blocked by Kiste, and a huge takedown by Cam Kiste. Some still pushing, shoving out the fact. No whistle, but there is a delayed offside stopping the Pittsburgh rush. But now a chance for Larvich, and that is blown offsides, and we have some pushing and shoving. Being pushed to the ground by Pietrzyk, and it is quickly broken up. I expect the Zebras will have something to say about this.
Yeah, lots of hits after the play we're seeing here, as they're still kind of pushing and shoving against the boards here. A bunch of face washes going on as both players are involved from both teams.
Well, this is hockey.
Yeah, this is hockey. It's that tough physicality, both these Pittsburgh teams, and there's some chirping back and forth. We're seeing lots of hits here. It's almost like we're watching a football game, and for those interested, the backyard brawl, Pitt, West Virginia, is about to kick off.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of violence here. It's almost turning into rugby with all the hitting.
Yeah, lots of hitting, and we'll see if what this is happening here. We're seeing lots of hits happening and just lots of physicality. No penalties were given out for either of that there, as we are 11:49 left in the second period.
Dre's forehand has the puck behind the net with 11:40 left in this second frame. Drops it back to his partner, Peluso. Peluso sends it back to forehand as forehand walks the right line, enters the offensive zone. He turns, trying to look up, goes to Keeling. Keeling with a shot and a save. Rebound is trying to be grabbed by Pitt. That's Tavalt has the puck, passes it to forehand, who flies that down the right side of the boards. Puck's now on the left side of Cyrus Keeling trying to battle for that puck. Sends that up to the points. Now forehand with it. Forehand with a shot, and that goes wide. 11:10 left in the period. Shot 25-21 in favor of Pitt. Trying to go to Tavalt again, and that will be stopped by Gagne.
It was a big offensive shift for Pitt, getting a bunch of shots in net. And we're seeing a lot of shots from the Pitt defensemen, something that typically they aren't doing. Most of these Pitt defensemen are more stay-at-home defensive D-man. But we're seeing a lot of offensive chances for them. Duquesne's kind of letting them go, and they're uncovered for majority of this game.
I mean, you know, I know this happened last year, but I think that Brady Rotolo almost power play goal, I think, changed the way this Pitt defense is playing this game, because we've seen more chances from them this period and towards the end of the first period as well. That's quickly covered up by Gagne.
Yeah, Augie actually tried to sneak one in behind Gagne. Gagne was not letting it happen.
Yeah, and so this game ain't physical. I know there was a major penalty called, so I don't know if the Pitt fans will agree with me when I say this, but the two men wearing the orange stripe on the ice have done a great job handling the physicality of this game.
Letting both teams just play this out has been really good for them, as most teams are not getting
2-on-1 opportunity as Madalo tried to wrap around. The net is off. Refs are letting it play. Now they blow the whistle. The linesman made that call, and Madalo pushes Bobko down, and coming to the aid of his teammate was Suek.
Lots of extracurriculars after these plays are stopped, after the whistle is blown. We're seeing both teams hitting players, trying to get in their face, trying to draw a penalty or retaliation penalty and just see what they can happen. But as we mentioned, the refs are letting this play out because it's coming from both sides. So it's a great opportunity for everybody.
Well, the refs, especially at the non-NHL level, they will let them play until they have a reason to not let them play. So while we do appreciate refs letting the boys play here, both like I take that in mind that all it is one bad hit after whistle and the refs ref like a youth game.
We're about halfway through this period. Shots 26-22 in favor of Pitt, all knotted up at 3. Who's going to get that next breakout goal and take a step forward in the score sheet?
Yeah, and when we send down to Audrey, I'm going to be curious to hear what she has to say about what's it like sitting right by the benches while all this is going on between the major penalty, the extracurriculars after the whistle, another early goal by Pitt. This has been a very interesting first half, as with a full head of steam, it was Daniel Troll beating out the ice, and that's the kind of hustle Stu Roanoke would love to see from all his players. Puck now left at the net, kicked out. Goldsley hit the Schaefer, who backhands that around the net. 10 minutes and 10 seconds left. Shot 26-22 in favor of Pittsburgh. That's a board battle now on the right side of the corner. Both Pitt and Duquesne, as Duquesne's trying to escape this out of the zone. Pitt still has it, trying to go to the points, but ultimately went to the Duquesne Dukes. Now a 3-on-2. And a nice hit by Kiste. We can hear that from up here. And now Schaefer has ice himself. He's staying into a 1-on-2. Now a 3-on-2. As Rip and Peluso join the fray. Peluso stepping up, passing it to Rip. Now a chance by Rotolo shooting wide. Pezzo trying to get a shot up, but couldn't. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left. A slapper from forehand doesn't go. A nice save by Gagne. 9 minutes and 27 seconds left. Brady Rotolo will pick this hook up right on the right side of the zone. Sent to Pezo on the blue line. He stops, trying to send this to Rip or forehand, but ultimately it goes to number 21 of Duquesne. And now another penalty coming up for the Duquesne Dukes as Pitt will go to their second power play of the afternoon.
Thanks, Noah and Andrew. Hockey is a very aggressive and physical sport. Being down here by the ice, I can see everything up close and personal. There has been a lot of back and forth between the two teams and a lot of physicality. Physicality is the word of today's game. Just like Maverick said, there's going to be a lot of physicality on the court, and we're going to see a lot of it. I'm going to send it right back up to Noah and Andrew.
The faceoff sent to the point was Pitt, a slapper, the rebound, they score! Augie Ashley 6 seconds in, and it is 4-3 Pitt.
Augie Ashley, big offensive go-around for this freshman here. Lots of goals last night. I believe he got 2 of them. And so it'll be interesting to see how he does for the rest of the season as he's off to a very hot start. Typically on a line with Maverick Krupe, who's out right now. But he has to find something with a lot of raw skill. So he's definitely putting that into effect tonight.
That is how you score after face. Just a great response by Pitt, winning the draw, setting up at the points. Amazing work, a real fine job. I know only one person gets credit for the goal, but all 5 Pitt Panthers contributed to the goal, making it 4-3.
Yeah, Pitt finally getting those passes out, not looking for that extra pass, just getting the passes that they need to do, and they show up with a goal there.
Pitt trying to rush into Duquesne's end, but Duquesne putting up a good response on that with 8:48 left in the period. Shots now 27-22 in favor of Pitt. 49 shots between these two teams. Last year was over 100. Pitt having 74 of them. I think this year it's going to be a bit more even the shot totals, but both sides will have a lot. Some board battles here between Pitt and Duquesne as that's sent up and out of the zone with 8.5 minutes left.
Shots 27-22 in favor of Pitt. Score only 4-3. We're seeing both these goalies playing really well with this game.
Yeah, especially Coppola with 23 saves and Danye as well. Pitt has not given him any break at all with a shot from the points. Making a shot and doing the line change was Santino Moltari, expert multitasking, as that's a blocked shot, and now Duquesne has on-man rush as Rotolo is jumping on the ice. Trying to take that one in, but Pydrzik with a big hit on the boards. And down went Zachary Rich. He went down, he lost his helmet. Lions and trying to separate Pitt and Duquesne right now. And
it's a second big hit across the board. Refs trying to separate these two teams. Lots of extracurriculars, as we mentioned, as it seems like we're going to get another power play opportunity for these Duquesne Dukes who capitalized once already.
So, see the ref talking to Rotolo. You're thinking, I honestly think this should be a 2. It was a big hit, yes, but it didn't have the impact that the previous hit on the boards had. I mean, I know there's a way to judge intent to injure, but I didn't really see any intent. I just saw a man by the name of Pydrzik in a big play, and the refs agree with my assessment. It will be a 2.
Just a 2-minute penalty there. We're seeing a Duquesne player kind of search his nose, trying to see if there was any blood. To try to draw that 4-minute, but just a 2-minute power play. See if Duquesne Dukes can capitalize again as they did once already this period.
And that was something we haven't seen yet, a player knocking another player's helmet off.
Yeah, massive hit along the boards. We're seeing that physicality that the Pitt Panthers team tends to have in the past. We're going to get a penalty kill opportunity here, see if they can kill it off and just use that offensive mindset to their advantage.
Yeah, and just going back to knocking a helmet off. So, time is on, 7:53 left. Duquesne is, a shorthanded opportunity for Daniel Trull. He has the ice hold on top of a shot and a save by Danye. The rebound is still loose, and Trull is down.
Lots of physicality here in this game. We're seeing teams borderline fight. I know we were talking in the car right over here about wanting to see a fight. We're not really supposed to see them here in the ACHA, but I don't know if these refs don't do something here shortly. There might be a fight, and we might get some suspensions here.
Well, yes, you officially cannot drop the gloves and fight, but these players, they push, they shove. It's like same thing at the NCAA level. They aren't allowed to actually fight, but they still fight.
Yeah, we're going to get some 4-on-4 hockey here as number 11 for the Duquesne Dukes heading the box for 2 minutes. Pitt, after they kill off this 4-on-4, will have 11 seconds of a power play.
Well, that's all they needed. They scored 6 seconds in on the last power play they had. But right now, 4-on-4 hockey, key is be smart with what you do with the puck. A lot of open ice, a lot of room to get something going. And with Pitt's speed, that can be used to their advantage if used correctly, because just as there's a lot of room to make stuff happen, there's a lot of room to make mistakes.
We're seeing an issue here with one of the refs. Maybe one of the boards has come loose, as it looks like there is. They might be replacing the boards down here at this side of the ice, as we're not really sure what's happening, but there is going to be a stoppage here with 7:42 left in this second period.
So it looks like two men are trying to either remove the glass or try and fix it. The Alpha Ice Complex hopefully has a spare sheet of glass because you kind of need it to continue this game.
This is the second time I've seen them mess with the boards over on that side of the ice. In between periods, they were messing with another pane. I'm not sure if this is a full replacement or if they are just replacing the board after there were the two big hits down that side of the ice.
Yeah, something that I've not seen in a non-NHL game, seeing the glass break. I remember when I was 11 years old at a practice and I was playing travel hockey, my coach was really mad at us as we were goofing around while we were just playing a drill. He yelled, "Stop messing around," and then he banged his head on the glass and broke it.
Wow. Yeah, we're not seeing. There are some fun quirks here at the Alpha Ice Complex. I know last year we saw a couple pucks hit the roof, as it is definitely a lower roof here. But there's some ground rules. Both of these teams are used to it, though, as the Alpha Ice Complex is their home ice for the entirety of the season, except for tonight when Pitt has the home ice advantage.
Yeah, and the other thing is these two teams, they only play each other once. They don't play each other twice, so this is really for all the marbles, all the bragging rights. Last year, Pitt sat in the visitors' bench, while Duquesne was the home team last season. As on the 4-on-4, skating across the blue line is Foran. He still is about to see, tries to circle. Passes this one to Ashley with a shot. And that was, I believe, tipped wide. Now Ashley's battling for it, wrapped around on the points, picked up by Foran. Another big hit by Duquesne, no penalty. Refs still letting the players play. As that is taken out, potential one-on-one opportunity. A nice back check by Ashley to try and keep the puck out of the net. Score still 4-3. Pitt able to make a nice stop with 7 minutes and 5 seconds left. As Andreas Foran has the ball, he's skating out of the zone. He has speed. He gains the offensive end. He stops. Look for opportunities in the back end. This one behind the net to Ashley, who tries to pass it up to Pezzo. Now Brady Rotolo picks that puck up on the left side to send this back up to Pezzo. Pezzo wearing the A on his jersey. We talked about that in the pregame. That is passed out of Duquesne's end all the way down to Pitt's end. There was an intended target, but that target changed. There was no icing. That's sent back to Bobko. 53 seconds left on the Pitt penalty. 37 seconds left on the Pitt. Well, actually, Pitt goes to the power play, 33 seconds. A shot, and they score! Dom Lombardo with the receive of the pass right in the slot to make it 4-4.
Yeah, tie game, 4-4. Duquesne bench really loving that goal, showing a lot of emotion. And we're just seeing a great game all around. Still 4-on-4 hockey, so we got fours on the board. Score 4-4 with 4-on-4 hockey. Interested to see what's going to happen for the remainder of the 6:25 left in the second period.
This is just an amazing. This is remember back before COVID, the 2019-2020 Battle of Alberta was a lot of games like this, high scoring, high physicality, a lot of fighting. I believe we saw a goalie fight in that game before the two goalies conveniently switched teams in that season.
Yeah, you see that because of the close proximity for both of these teams, both playing in Pittsburgh, both trying to defend the home ice, kind of have bragging rights for the remainder of the season until when they play each other next year.
Sent out, still 4-on-4. So Pitt has distinction as Suet has the puck, trying to pass that one to Peluso, and he draws another penalty. Coming to the bench is Topola. Can he get there in time to send out a fifth player? 3 seconds left on the Pitt penalty, and Pitt will have 11 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey.
5-on-3 hockey. Pitt has got to find someone in an open area. Yeah, you only have 11 seconds, but that's perfectly enough time to set something up, get at least one shot off before you then go back to the 5-on-4.
So that is Thomas Corey into the penalty box. They got him on a slash. But Pitt with the 5-on-3, they are going. Pietrzyk, Rip, Moltari, and then on defense got Rotolo and Foran up at the point. Quickly fired out of Duquesne's end after the faceoff. Scooped up by Foran as he starts this 5-on-3. It'll be a 5-on-4 by the time he enters the zone. He stops, trying to look around, find a target. Choose to rip that puck to the other side. Ultimately sent immediately out by Duquesne. And now Moltari feeds that to the captain. Passes up to Foran, who sends it back to Moltari. Gains the red line, gains the blue line in the offensive zone. Drops back to Rip, who skates behind the net. Pitt really using the space on this power play. And the net is off its moorings. Interesting. One critique a lot of the officials was an interesting timing of when they choose to call the net off. But we saw back in Pitt's end earlier in the period that they kept the play going as there was a lot of pressure in front of the net, but they call it off right away right here.
I think it all comes down to who has the puck. If Duquesne would have given up the puck there, it would have immediately been blown dead. But it also comes down to when the ref really notices it, because a lot of the times when the puck is not near the net, you're not going to notice that it's dislodged.
Yeah, that was a shot by Peluso, covered up by Danye. We got 79 seconds left on this Pitt power play. Pitt is 2 for 3 on the man advantage today. Technically 2 for 4, but the last one was only 11 seconds. But Noah, what do you like from this power play during the first 41 seconds?
I'm liking that they're trying to set something up. Haven't really been able to get that shot in, but you're seeing that they're trying to get in position to get that quick goal when catching the goalie off guard and putting something in the back of the net.
Matthew Peluso skating, sends that back up. Now number 21 has a Daniel Troll, again from Prague, but went to high school in New England. Suet has the puck. Sends that to the other side of Duquesne's end. 51 seconds to work with if you're Pitt on the power play. A very good kill so far from Duquesne. A shot from Troll goes wide and behind the net. 43 seconds left on the man advantage. Board battle ensures. Pezzo has it, sends that up to Peluso. Peluso, under immediate pressure, is able to send this one into the slot. But puck moved to the right side by Pitt. Has the Troll, feeds it up to Peluso. Skating, looking for a target or an opening. He tries to skate this one into the slot. The puck is still loose. Backhands that around. Finds Daniel Troll. Is pushed into the boards. That probably should have been a penalty as they're just pushing the Pitt players in. Now Peluso skating. Dishes it to Suet, whose shot goes wide. Rains off the glass. Another shot and a save by Danye. Danye going to reach the 30 save mark by the end of this period. This race, we are back to 5v5 hockey. Physicality still going strong in this game. It's a shot by Troll. Gets behind Danye, ultimately wide. Now Suet has it. He shoots, a save. Rebound still loose now on the left side. 3 minutes and 32 seconds left. And now a one-on-one for Duquesne. A shot and a glove save by Topola.
Big save by Coppola. Big penalty kill by the Duquesne Dukes. At the end of that play, before we saw it move down in the pit zone, one of the Duquesne players actually broke his stick. So Duquesne was kind of back in that penalty kill situation, but we're able to get a breakaway with a big save by Coppola.
Yeah, and when you break your stick, you have to drop it. 3 minutes and 27 seconds left. See Pitt trotting the slot on the faceoff, but the faceoff went into the right-handed corner. Now Pitt stay control, sends this one up to Keeling, but Keeling can control. So still in Pitt's end, puck now in the slot. Try to send this one to Saratowski. He stays this one out of zone. He gains the far blue line, entering Duquesne's end. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. He falls down. Another power play coming up for Pitt. Coppola goes to the benches as skating out and bat into his own end is Bobko. He is trying to set something up.
6-on-5 opportunity right now with a delayed penalty for the Pitt Panthers.
Bobko is skating. See what Pitt does. He dishes this one to Schaefer. Schaefer still standing up. He's trying to get around. He had a lot of speed and he used that well. Now Cyrus Sealing sends it up to the points, the forehand. Sends it to his partner in Rotolo. Rotolo's shot goes to the outer nets, and we will have a stoppage and a Pitt power play.
Lots of back and forth here after the whistle for both of these teams. Coppola coming back onto the ice. Pitt going on another power play opportunity after a tripping call on the Duquesne Dukes.
Yeah, that's a tripping on Duquesne. Pitt on their power plays, I feel like they either don't score or they score very quickly. They got to keep the pressure on the entire net advantage. As I said, coming into the second period and during intermission, don't try and do too much. Do you see something? Take that. Don't do 3 other things to try and set up maybe a better play, but a harder play. We're looking at who's on the man advantage as going to the penalty box is Marcus Ekdahl on the trip. I believe Ekdahl was just in the penalty box, so a little reunion between him and the backup goalie. Duquesne has their backup goalie in the penalty box, while Pitt has both of their backups in their penalty box. After the tie-up, Multari sends that up to the points. Rotolo sends it back down to Trawl. Trawl up to forehand. He shoots in a save by Gagne. Covered by him before Pitt can swarm.
Forehand with a massive shot from the point back there. Trying to get something through all the crowd in front of the net. Trying to get another puck in the back of the net after he got the power play goal earlier in this period.
Score is 4-4 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. 1:48 on the Pitt power play. This is crunch time for both these teams, Noah. Neither team wants to give up that late goal to give the other the lead, but a shot from Rotolo and they score! I believe it was tipped by Pydrzyk and Pitt takes the lead.
Massive goal on the power play. Second power play goal of the game for the Pitt Panthers as they got the selfie stick celebration going over to the net. Shot by captain Brady Rotolo, deflected by Petrovitz. What a goal for this Pitt Panthers offense on the power play as they are now up 5-4 with 2:14 left in the second period.
Well, hope you like apple pie because Rotolo got the assist on Pyrzyc's goal. But 2 minutes and 12 seconds left and a penalty coming up on Pitt. Multari will be going to the box.
Looks like they're probably going to give it a cross-check here as they do. Duquesne on the power play now after giving up a power play goal.
So this is just not what you want if you are Stu Rolnich, your staff, and the Pitt Panthers. You got to have some more discipline. I know this has been a physical game, but you got to be smart. You got 126 seconds left before the period ends, and for 120 of those seconds, you will be killing a penalty.
Killing a penalty is never easy, especially when you're playing a very physical game. Both of these teams are just looking for that one opportunity, and all it takes is one shot to find the back of the net.
Griffin Lewis sends us up to the points. Ekdahl sends it back to Lewis. Griffin Lewis, a fourth liner, getting some power play time. Really shows the depth Duquesne has brought this year with 1:52 left. Score 5-4 Pitt as a result of the Derek Pydrzyk goal. That's sent up and sent out a zone. A nice icing. Chasing is Schaefer. Schaefer's trying to bring some shorthand pressure as he takes Ekdahl down. Skating around is Duquesne as they try and set up this next breakout. Looks like they're going for a stretch pass on the breakout. Taking it out himself was Kokoval as 1:23 left in this period, 1:17 left on the penalty to Multari. Breakout down wrong, gets out of the zone, but quickly sent back up by Kiste, but not enough on it as the puck is still in the neutral zone with 70 seconds left. Tris Lloyd gains the zone for the Duquesne Dukes, and his counterpart will pick the puck up. They battle. A nice quick battle between number twos as that's now at the point. Madala with a shot. It's tipped up and out as no goal, still 5-4 with 57 seconds left.
One thing that's not going to show up on the stat sheet is Brady Rotolo, the captain, kind of directing traffic here back into the. I noticed there on the kill that just happened, he kind of switched sides with his defensive partner as he feels better and feels both players work better on that side of the ice.
Tristan Lloyd sends that puck to Tucker, who sent that to Lombardo. Now Foran tries to rip that puck out of the zone. A nice glove grab by the point man. Tucker sends that up to Lloyd. Lloyd wraps that around. Picked up by Foran, who sends this along the boards. And out of the zone as Lloyd has free, 35 seconds left. Backhands to his D partner, sends it up to Tucker. Pelusos with the tail chasing him and ultimately sent into Duquesne's end. You can hear the applause from the pit section here, and their bench is definitely loving this penalty kill. As Tavalla and steps on the ice, he had a huge role in the offensive part of the penalty kills during the 5-minute major. As a shot from Adalo and a save by Coppola with 12 seconds left and 6 seconds left on the penalty.
Big save by Coppola, but the defense for the Pitt Panthers on this penalty kill are playing really well. Not really letting Duquesne get a clean shot. They're kind of having to pass around before getting able to get a shot off, and Coppola is not letting anything pass him so far in this PK.
Yeah, 12 seconds left. For those wondering, it is 0-0 in the backyard brawl, but we got ourselves a brawl between two teams who literally are in each other's backyards. So with 3 seconds left, the penalties expire, and we watch the period expire as well. But an explosive period. Everything you love in a hockey game was there in that second period. I can't wait till I set it all during the intermission report. So much happened during the second frame.
Yeah, great period all in all. We have one more left to go with the score. Pitt 5, Duquesne 4. We'll be back after a quick break.
I am Noah, and I'm the president of Broadcasting Club at Pitt.
My name is Nico, and I am the vice president of Broadcast Club.
My name is Natalie, and I'm the business manager for the Broadcasting Club.
My name's Farron, and I'm the social chair of the Broadcasting Club.
Hi, I'm Maxine, and I'm on-air coordinator for the Broadcast Club.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and I'm the technical logistics chair this year.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and I am co-recruitment chair.
My name is Jade, and I am the co-recruitment chair.
Broadcast Club is a place where people with an interest in broadcasting can come together and film and live stream various clubs on campus, such as club hockey games, PDM, as well as all the other clubs on campus that are able to be broadcasted. And it's a great way to get experience both in front of and behind the camera for everyone who's interested.
So I joined Broadcast Club because I was really looking to get more broadcasting and on-air experience. I really only had radio experience at the time when I was a sophomore, so that was really important to me.
I joined Broadcast Club to learn more about the field. I was really interested in broadcasting and news, and I found the club really exciting, so I joined.
When I toured Pitt my senior year of high school, I got to see a Pitt to the Point episode, and I actually got to talk to the former president and vice president, and they kind of talked about their club and their plans for it. So I made sure to look out for it at the involvement fair when I got here my freshman year, and I've been doing it ever since.
So it's a funny story. I was actually in the bathroom of an Eaton Park. And that is where I met the president and vice president of the club, and they told me I should join, and here I am. And it's awesome.
I joined the Broadcast Club because it was my junior year and I had never been part of a club, and I wanted to do something that I was interested in. It was taking my classes, and I wanted to experience doing that kind of work, but not in a classroom setting.
I joined Broadcast Club because it's something that I have an interest in, and it's a really great opportunity to get a chance to try things out before you fully go into the career path and try everything that you want to try.
I joined Broadcast Club because I did it all through high school, and it's what I want to do when I leave college as well. It's just a really good opportunity for me to continue to do it and meet new people and get better at it.
I took Broadcast 1 the spring of my freshman year with Lisa. Shout out Lisa. And I kind of fell in love. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with college, and now I know. So it's kind of just helped me grow in ways I never thought I could, and it's a really good time.
One of my favorite parts of Broadcast Club is the people. We're a very tight-knit group of people, and everyone has a really great time being with each other.
All the people, okay, first of all, you meet your best friends in this club.
I like the community.
Definitely the people.
it's just a great community.
The connections that I've made.
All the people you get to meet and all the fun you get to have while you broadcast different events.
My favorite part of the club is definitely the people. I think we have the best community. I think everyone's so willing to help each other. We're really tight-knit. If you join, I promise you it'll be a great time.
I'm looking forward to the various broadcasts that we do. Really excited this semester for club hockey games and then PDM in the following semesters.
I am looking forward to PDM again. I had so much fun the past 2 years when I've done PDM. I'm also looking forward to finally being able to do hockey games.
I'm looking forward to doing the hockey games because I had a lot of fun with them last year.
I'm really excited for hockey. I'm excited for PDM.
I'm really looking forward to the hockey games, but as well as finding new clubs and getting to broadcast their events and helping them promote their club.
I'm looking forward to helping people feel more comfortable and confident in broadcasting alongside helping their public speaking skills.
I'm looking forward to bringing in more diversity to Broadcast Club, just bringing in more people from different backgrounds and experiences, and just making sure that everyone that's interested in broadcasting can really get involved in it.
We are the University of Pittsburgh, forged in a blue-collar city with gold standards, where innovators, researchers, thinkers, and healers are always reaching for new heights. There is no limit to what we can accomplish when we put our minds, our hands, our soul, and spirit toward it. Here, progress is always in progress. Hail to Pitt, proud partner of the ACC.
Is Maverick Krupe. I'm a freshman to the hockey team, and my role, I don't know what my role is, just to be a good teammate, I guess. Be a good teammate and win games. I started playing when I was 9. My dad's Canadian, he's from Toronto, so it was kind of just a must. I was a little forced into it, maybe a little bit, but yeah, I started playing when I was 9. I played in Florida until I was 13, and then I moved to Chicago. I played in Chicago for a year, and then went back to Toronto with my dad and played there for 2 years. And then when COVID hit, I went back home and ended up playing high school hockey, and finished out my junior career in Florida with the Florida Eels for the last 3 years, and then this year came here. JC gave me a tour, and we kind of walked around, and I love the school, and yeah, he's a great guy, so it was really easy to kind of jump on board with him. When I first got here, it was pretty welcoming right away. Like all the guys, I remember the first time we met, we actually went to Fermanti Bros, and we went and got wings, so it was really cool. The guys are all awesome. They made it very easy to kind of acclimate into the team, and we all do stuff together, which is really nice. And I'm a center, so I mean, I guess everybody associates taking face-offs with the center, which I try to do. Mostly you help out all over the ice, try not to get caught out of position, but thankfully I have 2 really capable line mates that cover me when I do get caught out of position, which I'm pretty thankful about. But yeah, center's just kind of, you're always trying to make sure the play develops as best as you can. I really love all sports, but hockey, especially the guys that play hockey, it's just different. I mean, there's just some type of sense of family in the teams that you get on a lot of teams. I don't know, I can't speak for all the other sports because I'm not too, I haven't really played any other sport too much, but for hockey, it just seems like you have a band of brothers and you stick with them. And I mean, like guys that I played with 3-4 years ago, I'm still talking to today. They're my really good friends. So that part's really big. And then also just being able to fly around and, hit people and kind of get away with it. You couldn't really do it off the ice. So that's also pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it's the best sport in the world. I think we just need to keep moving in the right direction. I think last weekend was really big for us. We had a really good 2 games. We didn't get the results we wanted to the second game. I think just keep playing our systems and developing with our systems, just getting better at them is really essential, but also kind of just all working together, staying on the same page and lifting each other up is a really big thing. It's hard to do sometimes when you're down, but it's a key to the game. And I think if we can really get that down, then we're going to be a really successful team. As far as Syracuse, I don't know a specific player. I've heard that they're a really good team. They're really sound. They have overall just a very solid team. And, you can't take anybody lightly. They're going to be a really good battle for us. It's going to be a really good test. And I know they're probably going into this weekend feeling the same way, that it's going to be a battle. So I think everybody on either side can say that they're looking forward to it. As far as guys to watch on our team, I think JC nailed it on the head pretty well. I mean, he's a very good player. So is Bilski. Bilski's, they've really been producing lately. My roommate, I hate to say this because I know he's listening, but Santino, he's yeah, you can hear him in the background, but he's a player to watch too. He's been doing really well. And Keller, Drake Tomac, Ian Keller, they're his line mates, very good players to watch too. And I know, we have guys like Mac and Brawl, they're going to be coming out as well. I've been watching them in practice, and they're doing really well in practice. I think it's going to translate to the game soon, and they're going to have a couple of really good breakout games this weekend.
Hi, my name is Edward Pezzo. I'm a player on the University of Pittsburgh ice hockey team, and I'm a forward. I was playing junior hockey in Johnstown and then Texas, and I was bouncing around a little bit, and I finally decided that I just want to come home because I'm from here in Pittsburgh, and it's the perfect school to play hockey at and get a good education. We've probably had about 2 or 3 weeks worth of practice, so I mean it takes a little bit to get going, but as far as right now, we're all doing very well, and we're ready to go this weekend for the first 2 games of the season. We have a lot of expectations going into this year. We got a lot of new guys, and our depth has increased very much so. So I think definitely making a run at nationals like we did 2 years ago would be, the goal, and maybe winning the national championship would be the ultimate finish to the year. I wouldn't say nervous. There's a lot of teams that I'm excited to play. The top teams are always the most fun to play against, while those games are always the hardest to play, and they are the most fun to play. And those where the nerves might come into play, but it's always the most fun when you're.
Officially back and in the books.
Stefanski just shoots and she scores. They're the winningest team in Pittsburgh history.
Ball sent in, Sullivan, Pittsburgh, 1-0.
Great strike, Michael Sullivan.
Pittsburgh has a share of the ACC title in 2022.
The record set by Tony Dorsett has been broken by Israel Abanikanda here.
The Pitt Panthers are going into the next round for the first time in program history.
Welcome back, Panther fans. Like I said before, there's been a lot of physicality throughout this game, with the refs making some more questionable calls. The 2 teams are staying neck and neck, but the Panthers are out shooting the Dukes. The score right now is 5-4. But with one more period, we'll see how the rest of the game goes. Pitt's offense is fast, but Duquesne has been matching it. Like I said before, this game is fast, fast, fast. There's been a lot of aggression on the court. We've seen a lot of what should be penalties, but it's up to the refs. In the last quarter, it's going to get a lot more aggressive, so stay tuned and enjoy. I'll send it back up to the table with Noah and Andrew.
All righty, Andrew Bialde and Noah Dan back with you for this third period, and the backyard brawl is going on right now, but the literal backyard brawl is everything you want in a hockey game right now, Noah.
backyard brawl for the Pitt Panthers football team. It's a 0-0, about to be the end of the first, but we have the Battle of the Berg happening here on ice with about 4 minutes remaining until the start of the third period. It's a very close game. Score's only 5-4. Both these teams trying to break away.
Yeah, scoring in the second period for Pitt was Andreas Forand, Audie Ashley, and Derek Pietrzik. Really love with Forand is you talked about during the first intermission about how Pitt's defense didn't get a lot of offensive opportunities. Forand already has a goal. We see Rotolo shooting the puck a lot more than I thought either of us really expected him to. Amongst all other defensemen playing for Pitt, just a real sound job by the 6 D-men today.
The Pitt defense is playing great. They're shutting down the Duquesne offense as much as they can, but they're also getting great opportunities in the offensive zone that is keeping this game very close. Without the defensemen, we would probably have a drastically different game with the Duquesne Dukes leading over the Pitt Panthers.
Yeah, and what I thought was a true team effort was that were those 2 power play goals. You had the 6-second one where Audie Ashley scored off the tip from Brady Rotolo, and then you had the Derek Pietrzik one where it was more of a setup play on both of them. Really, all 5 Panthers contributed in some way to make sure those goals happened.
The team has been playing really good. They've been able to pass the puck around. We're seeing a decrease in that extra pass that we were seeing in the first period. Second period, they were just making the necessary passes to try to get an opportunity. It's a much cleaner game from an offensive standpoint for the Pitt Panthers, but we're seeing a lot more physicality in that second period than we were in the first.
Yeah, and the physicality really heated up. Sawyer Smith, who got a 5 in a game, so he is done for the night, and Pitt was almost able to kill off that penalty. A real sound penalty kill but unfortunately they gave up a goal. At the time it tied the game, but Pitt was able to take the lead back. And then it got tied again, and then they took the lead back.
We're seeing the penalties start to rack up from that last period. First period, I'm not sure if there were any penalties. If there was only one. But the second period saw a lot of power plays for both sides. Refs still kind of letting this game play out, but we are seeing them crack down as we had the very close call with the injury for the Duquesne Dukes player.
Yeah, close call. Indeed. It's good to see him back on the ice during the second period with about 90 seconds until Pitt and Duquesne return to the ice. What do you think Coach Roland was saying in the locker room?
I think he was telling them to keep the physicality up. We saw a shift from the first to second period. First period, they were all speed. Second period, had a little bit of that speed, but ramped up the physicality. I'm expecting that physicality for the Pitt team to ramp up and the Duquesne offense to really try to put the pedal to the metal with the last 20 minutes of this game.
Yeah, got to keep your foot on gas if you are Pitt. And what do you think about Conrad White? What do you think he's saying to his Dukes right now?
He's saying not to give up. We've mentioned multiple times in this broadcast that in most of the years that they played, Pitt wildly outshoots, outscores, outdoes Duquesne, but they're keeping it close. I think he's telling his team, don't give up. You're still in this. You're only down 1. I mean, it's been a back and forth game. 1 goal can be the deciding factor in this game. I'm expecting a 1-goal game to end this.
Yeah, and quickly before this period starts up again, who are your potential 3 stars based on the first 2 periods?
I got to say the first two got to be the goalies, Coppola and Gagne, playing both good. Right now, I'm giving it to Forand. He's playing really good defense, but also some really good offense.
Yeah, I am in agreement with those 3 stars. Interested to see. You never really hear an announcer comment the goalie when it's a 5-4 game, but you got 33 shots for Pitt, 28 saves by Gagne for Duquesne, while 28 shots for Duquesne, 24 saves for Coppola. So some really good stuff from both of these goaltenders.
We mentioned that this is the Battle of the Berg. Both these teams from Pittsburgh, as Renegade just played throughout the arena, a Pittsburgh hype song. Both of these teams trying to take this end of this game into their hands and just try to break away as we start this third period of action.
Yeah, these Pitt Panthers, these Duquesne Dukes brought a lot of fight, but can the Panthers keep the Dukes at bay? Face-off won by Duquesne. Quickly shot into Duquesne's own end, though, as that's backhanded around D to D. Pass up to Tucker. I see Aids is on with Hennessy, but he's under pressure from Moltari. Nice board play by Moltari, standing back and forcing a back check right on the blue line as the puck moves from one side of the blue line to the other. Now out of Pitt's end and just about into Duquesne's end. No offsides has the call. Puck scooped up by Rotolo, who sent the puck along the boards into Duquesne's end. Quick 30 seconds gone by so far. No goal score. It's a quick change from the first two periods as Pitt scored very early in both the first and second frames. But a huge hit by Pietrzik on Thomas Torrey for Duquesne. As that is picked up by Medallo. He goes D to D. Sent up to Lombardo. Coppola plays that with his stick. Wraps it around the boards. Paizo sends it the other direction. Time and space. Trevor picks this puck up, and it looks like Tommy Leroy will pick the puck for Duquesne. He sends it cross ice, and puck back in behind the net. Goes cross ice again. 18 minutes and 54 seconds left. A lot of flow in the first minute and 10 seconds. Not a lot of shots, as the shot total is still 33-28. Score is still 5-4 Pitt.
Lots of back and forth to stop this period. No team really able to set up in the offensive zone, but a lot of chances to get some set up, but neither defense is giving an inch.
Taking it around the net now. Trying to find an opening. He drops that puck back. And now Rotolo pressuring on. Sent around by Lombardo up to the points. A shot from Lloyd, a deflection, and Rotolo is down with that. Play is still on. Rotolo gets up, trying to get himself back into the play. He looks hurt as he walks off to the bench. He looks in pain. Looks like holding part of his body. Now a chance at the point, and that is not a goal. Ty Sarachowski thought he had one based on the late reaction, but ultimately it is still 5-4.
Big save there by Gagne, able to lay on the puck to not let it get past him. But as you mentioned, Brady Rotolo limped over to the bench, kind of hunched over there right now. But interesting to see if he will return to this game. Based off of his stature right now, I can see him coming back, not in the future.
With the face-off, going to be picked up by Peluso under pressure. Puck now out of the zone. Coming on his forehand, a nice pinch by him, stepping up to start this breakout for the Panthers. That puck is fired immediately back in the pits and picked up by Griffin Lewis, who is checked into the boards by Peluso. Taking it around is Tristan Lloyd, pinching by him, and they score! Griffin Lewis puts it in, and we are all tied up at 5.
That was just a sneaky wraparound, kind of just basically drop the puck in the net goal. Interesting to see, as that might be the first goal of Griffin Lewis's career, as he does take the puck there. He runs over to the goalie, grabs the puck, and brings it over to the bench. As he's flicking it giving it to the coach. That might be the first career goal for Griffin Lewis.
Yeah, Griffin Lewis, a Pittsburgh native. So it's real sweet that he gets to score his first goal in his hometown. I hope his family's in attendance to watch that. But once again, Pitt has a lead for about 4 minutes, as you include when they got the goal during the second period, and it's back to a 5-5 game. How does Pitt, A, get the lead back, and B, maintain it for the next 17 minutes and 42 seconds?
They just have to get some momentum. We haven't seen any momentum from either of these teams. So I'm not really sure what's happening here. Oh, the refs were searching for another puck after Griffin Lewis took it as a souvenir.
Always ought to have that handy just in case, as Nate McNara trying to win that faceoff. But Killian Flott tries control and gives it to his Pitt counterpart as the puck now in Duquesne's end. Picked up by Eto, who tried to slap one around the net. But that drove around the net, and a big hit, no penalty. Down is a Pitt player. We'll try to get his number as that puck is sent all the way down. This will be an icing. The only arm up was that of the Lions when they called the icing. No penalty. Pitt's bench wanted one, but Quentin Schaefer is able to skate to the bench. All okay.
Yeah, big hit behind the net. Quentin Schaefer slow to get up, but is able to skate by his own accord over to the bench. This is the physicality that we've been talking about all game, ramping up as the final 17 minutes and 17 seconds of this game comes to pass.
Yeah, this is just everything a sports fan would love to watch. Beautiful hockey being played, a lot of physicality, as a shot from Peluso was saved by Gagne. A good rebound chance for Ashley, but he wasn't able to capitalize on it. Now Suat battling for that puck in the corner. He breaks free, sent it to Peluso. Peluso taking his time, skating into the slot. He shoots, and a save by Gagne. Gagne out of his net, was down, could barely see, but was able to make that save. Now a chance for Moltari. He leaves it for Suat. He turns, passes it up. A one-timer snapshot from Peluso doesn't go, and saved by Gagne.
Puck almost got deflected in by a Duquesne Dukes defenseman, but Gagne able to keep an eye on the puck, able to catch it in his glove, which he's loved showing so far this game.
Well, you always hate those own goal deflections. As a defenseman, you had to suffer through that a couple times. Not fun.
Gagne fixing his pad. It looked like his leg pad came a little loose, and he's trying to put it back in.
Yeah, and it's funny, we talked about the Battle of Alberta during the second period back in the 80s. One of the craziest moments was during the playoffs, Game 7 of the second round back in, I think it was 86. Edmonton, or Calgary lost Edmonton both years before. So, Game 7, Steve Smith trying to break the puck out, passes it into his own net, and Calgary wins the game and the series to go on to the Stanley Cup final. That sends it up to the points, but taken out of the zone. Finn Moss passes that one to set up the play. Now a shot, and it goes wide. That was Ethan George trying to put that puck on. I'm sorry, that was Brandon Barger. Excuse me on that. But 16 minutes and 25 seconds left. That's backhanded around to the left side. Pitt changes. Heiderzik sends that puck in while Paizo is still in the Islanders zone, so no offsides. Puck wrapped around now. Paizo trying to find it. Instead, it goes up to Peluso with a shot, a save. Rebound is loose. Duquesne trying to clear out the trash. Moss couldn't keep it out of zone. Now a chance for Pirates to get a second goal, and it was saved by Gagne.
Massive kick save by Gagne there, keeping this a tie game.
And a massive hit by Pirates. Both trying to score and hit on the same play. Peluso saved this one in, leaves the puck for Pirates on the right side. He immediately is taken into a 1-on-3. While Lombardo's trying to get that puck free, but he is pressured by Thiele at 15 minutes and 35 seconds left. Shots are now 39-30. So the next shot in this game from either side will be the 70th as Pajicic and Lloyd looks like they have their sticks caught. And they're trying to get up.
Yeah, interesting play there. But for those of you interested in the Pitt football side of things, they just scored. They're up 6-0 as we are getting some pushing and shoving here right by center ice. This is that nitty-gritty offense and defense that we were seeing from both of these teams. Refs pushing people apart.
Yeah, Pajicic not happy, had his arms up. We see a quick huddle. What do you think? What do you think was being said in that huddle that just happened? You think they were trying to draw up a play?
They're either trying to draw up a play there or making sure that they are not taking a useless penalty. Ray Rotolo was in there trying to tell the team to calm down. Tie game, don't give up, keep pushing, don't fall into the trap of drawing a penalty.
Yeah, and physicality, like we talked about, can be used both as a weapon, literally, and it can also push teams to make dumb mistakes. And right now, neither side wants to take down the penalty, because both sides have been good on the special teams. As Pitt's able to break up that Duquesne rush quickly. 5 minutes gone by in the third and final frame. Score is all not up at 5. Shots 39-30 in favor of Pitt. A slapper goes from right to left as the puck is picked up by Madalo, but now it is Cyrus Healing staying the puck up. He stopped short by number 29 for Duquesne. And that is sent to number 28, Jason Kavala. He's trying to get through two Duquesne players. He is taken down, and so was a Duquesne player. And it's an interference call on. Let's see who this call is on. It's not on Cavalli stating bad. It's going to be on Duquesne. Well, this is a bit ironic. It's on the dog who was just on the ground.
That's a careless penalty there, but a good one, as it most likely stops the goal from being scored for the Pitt Panthers. Pitt going on another power play and just hope to get another goal, maybe by one of their defensemen who have already scored on a power play so far this game.
Face-off controlled by nobody as they had a board battle on the right side immediately after, but the puck now in the slot. A hard pass out by Duquesne as Peluso has to start this breakout all over. 12 seconds gone by. He's taking it up all by himself as he enters Duquesne's end. He still has the puck going around the net as it was just batted out of his hands. He's still controlling, trying to find something to feed it to. He chooses Troll, and Troll fires one right at Gagne's glove. for the 70th shot of this game. Pitt has had 40 of them, so 35 saves for Danye.
Lots of shots and lots of saves by both of these goalies. They're just both, although it's a 5-5 game, the shot is through the roof right now. And both goalies are playing great, even though they have let up a few goals.
Face-off won by Pitt. Suet drops back to Pezzo. Feeds across to Paluzzo. Now a chance for Ashley. He passes up as the net is off its moorings. So we'll have another face-off and do it all again with a minute 24 left on the Pitt power play.
Be interested to see what Pitt draws up here, trying to get a quick shot and just steal a goal here on the power play.
Face-off controlled by Pitt as Pezzo has it. Send it to Paluzzo. A minute 17 left, back to Pezzo. He passes it down to Ashley. Tries to dish it to one of his teammates, but the pass was blocked, and he starts over again, sending it to Pezzo, who's down in the corner. Now Suet has the puck after ricochet. 13 minutes and 30 seconds left. Audie Ashley, a one-timer, and it doesn't go. It goes wide. Paluzzo with the one-time slouch, and I think he would have liked to have a bit more on it, but it was still a good shot by him as he dishes it up to Suet, who sends it cross ice to Pezzo, who turns the puck over out of the zone. And now potential breakaway opportunity as someone with a head of steam, but Brady Rotolo with the tacked-in stop from him. Now Suet has it. Trying to pass that 1-2 draw. A lot of stops, Rip. A lot of stops from both sides of the aisle. 27 seconds left in that Pitt power play. They're not being able to really get anything set up. Duquesne has matched them in all aspects on this man advantage.
Very good penalty kill so far.
Shot, and it goes wide. There's a souvenir for a Lucky fan.
As I was saying, very good penalty kill so far. A lot of time Pitt is spending in the offensive zone, but no good shot opportunities by the Panthers offense. Duquesne Dukes really shutting it down and killing off so far this penalty with only 14 seconds left.
Yeah, only 2 shots were Pitt on this man advantage. They had 14 seconds left again. On one of their power plays, second period, it only took 6 seconds. So 12:44 left. Score all out at 5. Face off tie-up. Neither side really has full control. 10 seconds left, the man advantage. We're curious to see what the Duquesne decides to do with their man in the box. And the time expires. Playing back is forehand, making sure they can't cherry pick as Thomas Story has the puck. He shoots and it goes wide. That's exactly what Pitt was trying to prevent, and forehand going back was a great job to prevent the potential breakaway opportunity, but 12:15 left. That is sent up. Now Torrey tries to control, but picked up by forehand in the neutral zone. He enters the offensive end with one hand on his stick. Tries to pass it off the slot to Pezzo. He shoots and it goes wide. Edward Pezzo. A lot of oomph on that shot, but unfortunately not the direction he wanted as it went wide. Now Duquesne heading to Pitt's end. 11:50 left. A nice defensive stop by Paluzzo. But Griffin Lewis has the puck. He shoots from a bad angle, and it goes wide. A lot of traffic. Still have the shot off. Now Audie Ashley trying to raise at that puck. He's trying to get some possession on it. See, he's stopped by Bassier, and he sends it up to Moltori, who shot doesn't go. Audie Ashley playing the full 200 feet on this shift. Making stops on both ends of the ice. As that is fired into Pitt's end. And a delayed icing call. That was odd. But nevertheless, the icing is called, and Pitt is able to get a breather while Duquesne gets to do it all over again.
Great offensive opportunities this period for the Pitt Panthers. Really pushing the pedal to the metal. Not really going for these long stretch passes, but looking to set up in an offensive zone. Trying to get some massive opportunities, as it seems like we get a timeout for Duquesne.
Yeah, there was a timeout called. What do you think's being discussed on Pitt's bench right now? We see Stu Rolnick gathering his troops.
I think Stu's telling them, don't take your foot off the gas. Keep pushing, keep pushing. They're having some great chances, setting it up, getting some great looks, just not able to put the puck in the back of the net. And I'm assuming on the Duquesne side, they're saying the opposite. They're saying keep them on their toes, try to put them on the back, on their heels, and try to get something, a quick breakaway instead of trying to set something up.
Yeah, you got the Monarch gathering his vassals, trying to show them something on the whiteboard right now. And we have a score update. It is 7-0 West Virginia in the backyard brawl. So as the Dukes receive instructions from their lord, looks like they are getting ready for a key defensive zone faceoff for Duquesne, but even equally key offensive zone faceoff for Pitt.
This will be a very deciding face-off here with 11:22 left. Whoever gets this is going to have the momentum coming out of that timeout.
Jason Davala taking the face-off for Pitt. He has been looking really sharp, especially on the penalty kill, as that puck is fired onto the right side on the wraparound. Davala right in there, getting under pressure from Thomas Corey. As that is picked up by Duquesne, sent out of the zone. Forehand quickly dishes it to the captain, who sends it into Duquesne's end on the wraparound as he changes, and Rotolo is taken down, and there will be a penalty.
Taken down really far behind the play, as it looks like both men are going to be taken to the penalty box, as there was some pushing and shoving.
Yeah, it's Alex Golden going to the box, so it'll be a twin-central penalty. I love how the ref didn't even make a call, was like, just go to the box.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. I just watched pushing back and forth. I'm assuming it's going to be roughing on both of these men, but we'll see.
So, check my math here, Noah, but it looks like only 4 men for Pitt, 4 men for Duquesne, so my calculations are correct. 4v4 should be the call for the next 2 minutes.
It's one of my favorite forms of hockey. You see the ice open up more. The offensive really shine in 4-on-4 hockey. Let's see if which offense is able to come up with a quick goal on this 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes of this game.
We got Audie Ashley taking the draw for Pitt. Just looking at Pitt's jerseys, Pitt wearing their blue jerseys today. Blue and gold, Pitt written in gold. It's H2P on their shoulders. Hail to Pitt.
Yeah, I'm really loving these jerseys. I'm not sure if they had them last year, but I'm really liking the design of them. The Duquesne jerseys are nice too, as you know, Pittsburgh, they just got some good color combinations. I know it's not the Steelers and the black and yellow, but both of these teams looking good on the ice today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it was so iconic in Pittsburgh, but Pitt really does a great job with the blue and gold. As that faceoff was quickly sent into Pitt's end, forehand with a stop and circle to try and start the breakdown for Pitt. As Cam Kissay pushes that puck up the boards, but down is forehand. He picks his stick up as Dom Lombardo passes it up to the points for Madalo. Madalo shoots, a save by Coppola, and there is the rebound. Lombardo shoots again, this time no rebound, and a save by Coppola.
We're seeing a great game up here, but let's see from a different view. Audrey, what do you have down there?
The Panthers have been doing amazing on offense so far. They've been doing everything they can to try and get that one up on the Dukes. The goalies today have also been working in overtime because the aggression and intensity during this third period
90 seconds.
Towards the end of the game is always when it gets super exciting and super intense. But the battle between these two teams each year is always like that. The excitement is always up. The intensity is always up as they battle to be the best in the Burgh. Speaking of intensity and excitement, the crowd turnout has been amazing. These fans, they're cheering. Everyone is just excited for this game. I'll send it back to you guys, Noah and Andrew.
All right, we are back. Thank you for that, Audrey. And a quick stoppage. So 10 minutes left in the third period, 5-5. What are your lights on the first 10 minutes of the final frame?
Lots of offense by Pitt, but really strong defense by the Dukes. I really think it might come down to the next goal of the game is what might decide this one.
Yeah. The blue and gold win the faceoff as Peluso tries control on the board. He skates towards the slot. In the slot now, fires one up and right near the Pitt Panthers ice hockey sign. And I love how they use the actual Panther on the sign.
Yeah, the old Dino Cat logo. You don't see that a lot anymore, but it shows the history of this Pitt team. Been around a while in club hockey.
Yeah, and especially Coach Ronick, who I believe is approaching 400 games coached. As Ekdad tries to send that one out of the zone, but still in the offensive end. Now it's getting out of the offensive end, and a player for Pitt is down. There is no penalty. Looks like the refs are going to let them play. So a 4-on-3 for Duquesne with 25 seconds left. Now the whistle is blown.
No penalty really surprises me there. It was a big hit, almost like a tackle from the Duquesne defenseman to take him down. Really shocked there's no penalty. Another scary sight as he's still down. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, this is a rough sight indeed. So it looks like there is someone going to the box. Or no, he's just going to talk with his teammates. But that is Derek Pietrus down on the grounds.
It's always scary to see something like this, and this is the second time this game that has happened.
Yeah. Just rough sight to see, especially Pietrus that just had a great game today. Trainer is out with him.
Some sort of discussion going on here on the Duquesne Dukes bench. I'm not really sure what's happening. Petrovic is slowly sitting up. Let's see if he needs help getting off the ice or what's going to go on here.
He's sitting up, answering some questions from the trainer, and he is able to stand up on his own accord.
Great to see him being able to skate off the ice. It's another scary situation, but very glad to see that both of these injuries that we've had are able to get up and skate off on their own accords.
This is interesting. Oh, no, that was just where the trainer sits. I was about to say, pretty choice to put him in the Duquesne penalty box. And I think back in like the old days, teams used to share one penalty box.
I'm sure they did. There is a penalty for the Duquesne Dukes. So Pitt will have a 4-on-3 opportunity, the rare 4-on-3, for 25 seconds before going on the power play for the next minute and a half.
Yeah, and the thing with Pitt is they just got to be simple here. Use that ice, but use it wisely. You're going to have 4-on-3, 7 players in a game that usually has 10 people out on the ice. So be smart during these 25 seconds.
This Pitt bench trying to hype themselves up, try to get a goal and take the lead here.
Face-off sent out of the zone. Peluso picks it up. He skates in circles, turns it up to Ashley. Ashley with a head of steam, trying to get through. He made some move and a save by Gagne.
Trying to sneak one through in the backhand through Gagne's 5-hole, but Gagne able to snuff it out and get the save.
Yeah, Nick Gagne, another excellent save by him. So 12 seconds left for Pitt. Pitt using that ice.
Pitt is outshooting this Duquesne offense 43-30. Lots of shots from both teams this game.
Remember, Pitt had 70 shots last year. Fought out one time, but instead sent it back to his teammates. Back to 4v4, but a shot from Paizo, and it is blocked. Ashley has it, sends it up to Paizo. Paizo under immediate pressure to get it to Peluso. Peluso and Paizo are both under pressure. Now Audie Ashley has the puck. He tries to circle, pass it up to Troll. Troll didn't have an opening. As now Dolan states it behind the net, wraps it up, and Peluso able to hold it in, but not without pressure. So he sends this one to Sue, who is taken down by Golden. And now a one-on-one chance as Jason Tucker states out. Defending him is Peluso. Tucker with a wide shot. And a save by Coppola on the rebound.
Massive save by Coppola on the end of the ice.
A huge save by Sam Coppola on the rebound. As Thomas Lloyd was open. 53 seconds left on the power play. Score all up at 5, 8 minutes and 13 seconds left as Paizo controls. He's looking for something. He has someone on the points. Goes to the captain. Rotolo shoots. A rebound was left open, but Brandon Barter got that out of the zone quickly with 35 seconds left on the penalty. Pitt 5v4 already. 2 power play goals today. They're looking for a third with 27 seconds left. As Rotolo skates it out of the zone. Dishes it to Multari. He tries to drop back, but instead to skate this one, and he's under pressure from Medallo. As Rip tries to pick that puck up, but instead it goes to the points, and forehand handles it. He's gets that puck taken away as Matt Medallo out of the zone of breakaway. He enters out of the zone all alone. He tries to make a move, and he scores! Matt Medallo on a breakaway gives Duquesne the lead.
Massive save by Coppola earlier in that play, but not able to get the breakaway goal as they're celebrating down by the penalty box as Duquesne gets to lead 6-5 with 7.5 minutes left.
That's just tough to watch. Pitt had so many opportunities on that 4-on-3, 5-on-4, not able to capitalize. Make one mistake and it's in the back of your net.
Duquesne bench is absolutely loving that goal as they get the lead late in this third period.
But for Pitt, they just need to get back to the basics. Play the way they've been playing. But for Duquesne, whatever Coach Wood has been doing at practice and during tryouts hasn't worked because this is a completely different Duquesne Dukes than I'm sure what you saw last year and what Pitt teams have dealt with years before as they are back to 5v5. But Pitt was a top 15 program last season. They talked about how deep this roster is. This game is the furthest thing from over. As now a chance to make it 6-4, 6-5, or 7-5. It's used as score is 6-5. Goes wide. Audie Ashley trying to get that puck and skate it in. He is trying to get around Lloyd. Audie Ashley finds to lift it up, and they're going to say no goal.
Great opportunity by the Pitt Panthers offense there, but Gagne has just been playing incredible so far this game. Yes, let up 5 goals, but the saves that he made have been some incredible saves so far.
6-5 the score. 7 minutes left. Shots are 45-33 in favor of the Pitt Panthers. But Nick Gagne with 40 saves tonight. It's another save by him and another shot, and that is off its moorings. Off in his own face, coming up. Sam Moltari taking this one for Pitt. Sends it up to Kiste. He walks into the zone. Now Moltari has the puck, trying to look for an opening. Sends it up to the points to Bobko. He shoots, and a save by Gagne. Trying to get that puck free, trying to push it in. And they score! They score! On the rebound, and the game is tied.
What a goal. Gagne upset that the puck was not called dead, but what a great job by this Pitt Panthers offense. Just keep poking and prying as the puck was never dead. To get a goal to tie it 6-6 with 6:41 remaining in this third period of action.
That is Pittsburgh hockey right there. Fast, physical, getting shots off, and not quitting. Peluso with the puck. Goes D to forehand. Forehand. Lifts that one to Pietrzyk, who's back playing a great sign for the Pitt Panthers. We are all knotted at 6. 12 total goals, 71 total shots. What a game this has been as a 2-on-2 opportunity for Duquesne goes wide. Still in Pitt's end. Fourier hit this one up behind the net, but he is under pressure to send this one up as Larvich sends this one back behind the net. Duquesne playing with it in Pitt's end. Now puck trying to exit the zone as Thomas Torrey has it in his own end with a long pass up to Larvich, who stops away to set up this 3v3. A shot and a save by Coppola, but a juicy rebound for Duquesne, but they couldn't capitalize on it. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left. These 5 minutes and 45 seconds left this game are going to feel like 50 minutes the way these two teams have been going at each other throughout the first 55 minutes of this game.
This has been a very physical but very fast and high-scoring game. It's been incredible to watch.
A slapper from Cavallo doesn't go. A power play coming up for the Panthers. Coppola, I guess he didn't realize as he stayed in his net, but nevertheless, a huge man advantage coming up for the Pitt Panthers.
Be interesting to see what Pitt does on the power play here, trying to get a goal to hopefully get the lead and kind of keep that lead for the last 5.5 minutes. It'll be really interesting to see how many more goals are scored this period before we do finally see a winner in this Battle of the Birds.
Yeah, this has been a true battle indeed. Everything you can want in a hockey game. You had physicality, you had offense, you had shots, you had terrific defense and great goalie. Not something you say when it's 6-6, but this is not your typical hockey game.
No, both teams are just putting pucks to the net. Shots 48-34 in favor of Pitt. Score 6-6. This has just been a great game all around.
Puck now in the offensive zone for the Panthers. It's wrapped up, but ultimately right to the slot as forehand skates it and skates down to the right side of the offensive end. Wrap that puck around to Rip. Now Rotolo with the puck. Brady Rotolo had a goal earlier, but it was waved off because of a high sit on a power play. Score 6-6, shots 48-34 in favor of the Pitt Panthers as Andreas Forehand picks the puck up. A minute 24 gone in this Pitt power play. On the last power play, they gave him a shorthanded goal. A shot from the points by Rotolo doesn't go. A save by Danye. Rebounds opportunities aren't able to be capitalized on. Puck is sent down the Pitt's end. Coppola plays it with his stick. Andreas Forehand to start this breakdown as Peluso steps on the ice, and Forehand will head off for a change. Audie Ashley on the ice as well. That puck was left for him as he fires it cross ice to Pezo, who rips it into the offensive end.
Pitt has eclipsed the 50-shot mark.
It's a pass up, a potential shorthanded opportunity, but Thomas Torrey couldn't catch that pass up in the air. Now Pezo has it, 39 seconds left. Backhands that around the boards to Peluso. He thought about dropping it back, but instead he stayed it up himself. His intended target was Daniel Troll. Troll stayed behind, but ultimately now going to have to get this puck out of the zone as Jason Tucker's placed some great pressure on Duquesne, taking any risk they can to maybe make this a 7-6 game. As now chance for Ashley, and he scores! Audie Ashley right in the slot, had everything open, had the time, a beautiful shot, and now it is 7-6 Pitts.
Augie Ashley off to an amazing start to the season. 4 goals in 2 games. He's just playing incredible as he's that raw talent that the leadership of this team described him as, and he's showing it off right now.
So referee's going to say, do this again. Oh, and we have a... So no penalty, but ref did blow the whistle as Killian Flott pushed Nate Michinarma a bit early with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left. What is your strategy if you are Stu Rolnick? Get the insurance goal or hunker down and prevent this game from being tied?
I think right now you're searching for that insurance goal until later in this period, then you try to hunker down and play that defense.
Yeah, I think it's obviously way too early to pull the goal in a 1-goal game. So I'd love to see some insurance, and Pitt has the guys out there to do that. So Audie Ashley got his 2nd goal of the day with that beautiful shot, and now
the physicality at the end of this period so far is really ramped up, especially here along the benches. I'm seeing lots of pushing and shoving. Both these teams getting upset.
Yeah. You got Tavalik, Moltari, and they score again! Santino Moltari gets the insurance. A beautiful pass, and he sends it top shelf to make it 8-6.
What a goal. The first 2-goal advantage of this game so far comes with only 2:51 left in the entire game. Santino Moltari, what a goal. Off to an amazing start to the season. Just keep lighting up the score sheet.
So, insurance secured. Now, just got to make sure you don't take out a policy.
The Alpha Flex is absolutely rocking right now for the Panthers team.
D-to-D pass. Peluso dishes it up to Rip. He sends it into Duquesne's end. But Etdad sends that quickly out of the zone. Marco Etdad from Duquesne is actually from Gothenburg, Sweden. As Pietrzik rips that wide. Actually, it was in Gothenburg. I'm going to announce this game and tell the story as Pezo has the puck after a shot that went wide. Danier again looking good. Pitt with 52 shots. So 44 saves for Nick Danier. That's a pass to Torrey, but some good back checking by Pezo to get that puck out of the defensive zone. And it looks like a Pitt player is down. Andreas Forehand is down, doesn't have a stick on him. He's going to try and get off while some more back checking by Pietrzik to get that puck away. But no, it goes right, and a takedown. Madalo.
Oh, I'm seeing punches thrown there. This is getting ugly late in this game. This is getting real ugly in the last 1 minute, 53 seconds. We got some back and forth on the benches, and these two players on the ice are still throwing hands. I'm really interested to see what the refs decide here.
Yeah, so decided to do a little Greco-Roman style as both players go to the box.
This game's getting real physical, but not only physical, it's starting to get ugly with both teams just hating each other at this point. Both of those players involved in those scuffles get taken to the locker room as there's only 1 minute 53 remaining in the period.
So Hydrovic and Duquesne and Medallo both sent off, getting this. I think that's the right thing at this stage of the game. A minute 53 left, but
I'll be interested to see if there are any penalties at all or just the game misconducts. It's just see if it'll remain 5-on-5 or if we'll even go to 3-on-3, all the extracurriculars after that play. Lots of cheers by this Pitt fan base as they have a 2-goal lead with 1 minute 53 remaining in the Battle of the Burgh.
Gotta love the support this Pitt crowd is getting. They have one of the biggest football games of the year. They got a good crowd out here to support Pitt on their first home game, and they've been loud all game. 86 shots, 14 goals. So the fans that came out today were treated to terrific hockey all around as play resumed 5v5, 1 minute 42 left. As Tillian Flatsidis in, and he is immediately checked by Foran. A big hit by number 4. And now puck left out in the open for Mitch Marma, but he's under pressure, has that puck taken away from him from behind. As Tillian Flats trying to chip this out of the zone, instead it goes to Alex Dolden, who was one of our players to watch. And he fires one right at Topolo with 1 minute 19 left. Danye still in the net, so Duquesne not pulling the goalie until they absolutely have to. With 1 minute 10 left in this game, score again 8-6.
I think this is where Pitt starts to hunker down, playing pure defense, as there's only 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining in this game. They got a 2-goal lead. Don't really need that extra goal of insurance, so I figure they will start playing full-out defense as Duquesne gets an offensive zone draw here.
So now that they pull the goalie, the perfect opportunity to pull the goalie. It's like Duquesne is not going to call a timeout here as of right. Oh, no, they are going to call a timeout. Timeout has been called. Curious to hear what you think Coach Roden and Coach White are discussing during these huddles.
I'm expecting Roenick to just tell the team, play clean defense. Don't give up a penalty here. Just trying to keep it clean, keep the puck out of Duquesne's hands, maybe even take an ice or two here just to kind of drain some clock out here.
Yeah, just you're Pitt. I'm just saying, hunker down. Don't try and shoot for the empty net goal. Get it out to the red line and then try, because the last thing you want is an icing where you are tired and they're fresh, which is what they have right now. Pitt may have insurance, but the last thing they want to have to do is have to pay a deductible by making this a 1-goal game.
Duquesne has to try pure offense here as they're down 2 with just over a minute.
Faceoff goes right into the hands of Suet, who fires this one up into Duquesne's end. Icing is averted on the blue, or into Duquesne's end. Playing some pressure on is Moltari. You see Pitt with 3 players outside the zone. Sign they're going to try and play this very defensively, but a shot from Moltari is blocked by Moss. Now Griffin Lewis has the puck, trying to stay this one out of zone. Instead it goes up and into Pitt's end. With 35 seconds left, Griffin Lewis has control of the puck. He skates around, trying to wrap it up. Still has control. Passes it to Etet. Etet with the shot, and it goes wide. 25 seconds left. Cutting it close. Icing arm is not on his wave. 20 seconds left. Etet passes this one up. A quick turnaround as Pitt's trying to regroup and try and stop this Duquesne potential rush. Fired up in the Pitt's end. Fired back by Foran, and he scores!
Second goal of the game for Foran. Absolutely incredible out of the defenseman.
And that should do it. Andreas Foran, 2 goals and a penalty. So, a goal?
Yeah, not really sure what's happening here. Forian scores the goal and immediately goes into the penalty box. Not sure if it is a penalty or what is happening here. If he's just going to celebrate with the backup goalies.
Oh, you got to police the celebrations. You obviously don't want any taunting right to make this game get more rowdier. But Pitt will have to kill a quick 7-second penalty. They do lead by 3, but what a shot from forehand right on the blue line.
All the way down, solid chance with the empty net, scored a goal.
6 seconds left. Fired to Dane, who had himself a great game stopping my Madison Stretch 44 shots, but the Pittsburgh Panthers beat the Duquesne Dukes and win the 2025 Battle of the Burg.
What an absolute barn burner of a game, and we'll have more in our post-game segment after this break.
Just all around great stuff. I really thought how they played in the third period was spectacular.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great game all around as we were going to get a handshake line down center ice.
So as the two sides line up to shake hands,
Hi. Hi, my name is Edward Pezzo. I'm a player on the University of Pittsburgh ice hockey team, and I'm a forward. I was playing junior hockey in Johnstown and then Texas, and I was bouncing around a little bit, and I finally decided that I just want to come home because I'm from here in Pittsburgh, and it's the perfect school to play hockey at and get a good education. We've probably had about 2 or 3 weeks worth of practice. So, I mean, it takes a little bit to get going, but as far as right now, we're all doing very well and we're ready to go this weekend for the first 2 games of the season. We have a lot of expectations going into this year. We got a lot of new guys and our depth has increased very much so. So I think definitely making a run at nationals like we did 2 years ago would be, the goal, and maybe winning the national championship would be the ultimate finish to the year. I wouldn't say nervous. There's a lot of teams that I'm excited to play. The top teams are always the most fun to play against, while those games are always the hardest to play, and they are the most fun to play. And those where the nerves might come into play, but it's always the most fun when you're a little nervous.
Welcome back. That third period was definitely intense, but once Pitt got a 2-point lead, that game was wraps. It was over. Duquesne did not like the fact that they were down by 2, and they started some fights. Sticks were flying. It got ugly. But at the end, Pitt reigned victorious and are now the best in the Burg with a score of 9-6. Reporting from the rink, I'm Audrey Ferguson. Thank you. I'm going to send that right back to Andrew and Noah.
all righty. Thank you, Audrey. So a huge win by Pitt today, an excellent game, an amazing Battle of the Burg, a game that really had it all. But for Pitt, the grind doesn't stop as they welcome Penn State to the Alpha Ice Complex on September 26th. And then they really kick it into high gears. That Penn State game, we've been talking about this. Penn State's bussing in fans be a sight to see, and they have a lot of great schools on their schedule this year, Noah.
Yeah, I think Pitt's schedule is going to be a really intense one where they're hoping to get a win. But overall, this has been a great game and a great day here at the Alpha Ice Complex.
Yeah, tremendous job really by everyone, our directors, our audio people, our camera ops, as well as Audrey doing the sideline to really put this together. An amazing first broadcast by the Pitt Broadcasting Club, if I say so myself.
It was a great one.
Yeah, so we'll see you September 26th.
Yep.
Alrighty, Andrew Bial, Noah Den saying thank you for tuning in to watch the 2025 Battle of the Burg.